Peter Obi is speaking at Chatham House today, the 16th of January 2023. Peter Obi is speaking at Chatham House, and I feel I just have to be commenting on some of the things that Peter Obi is talking about today in Chatham House. You know, his opportunity for us to listen to Peter Obi. He has already started. Of course, we are going to criticize, analyze, and look at everything that Peter Obi is speaking here today. There are so many other things that he has already started speaking, which we are going to comment on. But I think it's a welcome development that this year everybody will be given opportunity to speak in this 2023 election. I can see that so many people have been invited as well. Even Atiku have been invited, Kwankwaso have been invited. So everybody will have opportunity to speak about their policies, you know, for this year election 2023. And Peter Obi is already saying it, saying his mind. And from what I've listened, it's not different from what we know him to have been saying. But I think it's a very good opportunity so that nobody will say I was not given the opportunity. I remember last time I was challenging the Labour Party to make sure that they are able to speak also in Chatham House. And today is like what we have said has come to pass. So Peter Obi is speaking in Chatham House. We also know that Kwankwaso will be speaking in Chatham House as well on Thursday or thereabout. And then Atiku have also been invited to speak in Chatham House. So I think everybody have a fair share now of speaking in Chatham House. But notwithstanding, you know, talk is cheap. But looking at the track records of whatever everybody have done before, we can now understand who we should go for on who we should not go for. I get it, me now, the person that have the capacity to win election. So I just want us to listen as they introduce Peter Obi to the podium.
Questions.
Yes.
If you're on Facebook and other platforms, you're most welcome. Very, very grateful you're joining us today. But unfortunately, we're not going to be able to, we do not have the facilities to take questions from you. But I hope you enjoy.
Yeah, but that's why we're here, Oga. Introduce Baba, introduce Peter Obi, I beg.
Well, no more ado, but again, to welcome you, Peter Obi, to Chatham House. It's a privilege for us to have you. And I myself
Peter Obi, Chatham
very much looking forward to
I can see the smile on his face. Let's go there.
Hearing about your vision for policy change and institutional reforms in Nigeria.
Yes.
Nigeria is a central part of the work of this institute, which is why we are having Nigeria Week here this week. So I want to invite you to come to the podium.
So yeah, you can see they are inviting Peter Obi now. Somebody say Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the next president of Nigeria, 100% winning, no vacancy for Peter Obi and Atiku in also. Yes, we are. No, this is a fair share. Everybody speak on
your
Chatham
presentation, and then we'll
Let's
have a conversation after that. Thank you very much.
Oga Peter Obi, Chatham House. Obedient, obedient. Yes, let's do it. Oga Peter Obi. Do it. Yes. Oh yeah, speak now. Speak. We are listening. Oga Peter Obi, speak.
Thank you, Lex.
Let
me respectfully stand on all due and existing protocols.
Bagam.
In agreement with my belief in the primacy of gratitude among virtues, please allow me to begin today with the word of gratitude. I'm most grateful to Chatham House, Dr. Ellis Vines, and his team for the global impact of their mission and commitment to engagement with nation building in Nigeria.
Yeah, but it's a good thing.
In providing this global platform to interrogate the vision of those seeking to lead Nigeria at this time with clear existential threats, as I will discuss shortly, are pervasive across our dear country. This Chatham House event challenges us to a new thinking.
It's not everybody.
We have an alarming insecurity
I agree with you.
that led to loss of many lives and properties, significant decline in food and economic output, immense trauma that has compromised the mental health of communities, and in some cases, irredentist pressures and disaffection with the Nigerian project. The economy is in crisis with a troubling debt profile worsened by oil theft of proportion once hard to imagine. 2 economic recessions in 6 years and lamentable power sector that have significantly constrained manufacturing and social life.
Tell us what you are going to do.
The Nigerian state is captive to an elite gang-up and a rentier political economy that are concentrated.
Yeah, but your
power
P2B is
in
also
hands
part of the
those
people deceiving us now.
who came to power and influence mainly through their own contrivances and influence.
Somebody say, I pray that
the
Tinubu
people,
will
and
disappoint
therefore
me.
do not have the
Tinubu can never
incentive
disappoint me.
to serve the people.
Tinubu is the next president.
Even after exploiting the ethnic and religious cleavages, sentiments to ascend to political power,
He's reading from book.
the very people on whose sentiments they grab power often become the primary victims of such political fraud that has rendered Nigeria a failing state.
The problem is that we know the problem of Nigeria. What is the solution?
Consequently, Nigerian democracy had been on the wane, evident in Afrobarometer longitudinal tracking, which reveals low voter turnout. But this seems to have turned around dramatically last year, allowing independent National Electoral Commission to register over 12 million new voters, with many more complaining they wish to register, but unable to do so due to an INEC deadline. What prompted this turnaround? We may ask. The reason for this very high stakes are locking in the front.
You see, your man is reading from book.
With our dominant population.
I'm not cutting him. I just want him to talk.
And unhappy with the status
quo. I'm not cutting him. He's reading from book.
In Nigeria,
this is not
in an
thing that
age
he
of
does not know. Is it what? I don't know.
When internet can easily reveal to them prosperous homes of those who live in a better.
Somebody say, you know, it's funny, I'm young. That is why I'm doing it. I'm not going to wait until I'm 60-something years to participate in politics.
Or get here in such an economic decline that we have overtaken India.
Oga P2B is reading from book.
For the biggest pool of absolute.
And what he's reading is not different.
When there are 7 times our population. While the poverty rate in India is 16%.
This one say you must be the highest this. Nobody will be president of the zoo. Not even your useless this thing.
133 million people.
You guys are dreaming. Keep talking. You are the one that is talking nonsense.
Poor. This is unacceptable.
P2B, why are you still reading from book?
What Nigeria needs is a great escape. As 2015 Nobel Prize winner in economics, Angus Deaton of Princeton University elucidated that what separates poor and rich nation is attributed to
what are you going to do?
For what provides quality health and educational system for a society committed and focused leadership that can build and sustain public wealth, as I was told by Professor Donald Jacob of Kellogg School of Management.
What are you going to do?
In many ways, this is the heart of my remarks today, which are deeply rooted in my upbringing, particularly my mother's counsel, that I live a life of positive impact and manage both personal and public resources most prudently for the sustainable, inclusive growth of development of the society.
P2B is reading from book.
It is this principle that guided my stewardship as governor of Anambra State of Nigeria and led to our much commended performance with some prize awards to show for it. Some awards for outstanding accomplishments in key Millennium Development Goals, now Sustainable Development Goals. It is the same counsel and principle that is guiding and motivating me to offer to serve in a new
I was
Nigeria.
thinking that Peter Obi is young. If
The
I'm the one
answer
to speak in
lies
Chatham House,
in
I
leadership,
will never read any
institution,
book.
and
You
demography.
have been seeing me do
The
broadcasts. I
good
don't read
news
from
is
book.
that
What are
the
you talking about?
demography
Baba
is
Tinubu is the
driving
man
the
for the job.
change
Forget it.
we're seeing in Africa.
Nah.
With election after election last year in Africa, in which establishment parties
Oga Peter
are
Obi don't dey
being
read for book
turned
since. He's
by
not
new
looking
and
at the
small
screen.
parties.
He's not looking at people.
It is this
He's reading
change
from book.
that my vision of policy change and institutional development is rooted in a push for a broadened scope of social mobility and freedom for Nigeria, particularly for the youths and women. Like the former British Prime Minister, Harold Macmillan, said, at the start of the independence decade, a wind of change is blowing across Africa. Today,
Baba Tinubu did not read from
that
any book.
new wind
So
of
now one
change
thing we have seen is
sees the
that
ballot
when
box
Baba Tinubu was giving his speech,
as
I
being
did not see Baba
instrumental
Tinubu
to
read from book.
changing
But
of
Peter
bad
Obi has been
leadership.
reading from book ever since right now as we speak.
Senator
So
Yusuf
what are you people going to tell
Ahmed,
me? I thought that Peter Obi is
my
younger
running
than
mate, and I are
Tinubu.
committed
Why
to
is he
new
reading from book?
politics
I want to know.
that start
Why
with
is
ethics
Peter Obi reading from
of
book?
servant leaders
Reading,
and
giving us
anchored
stories.
on marriage of clean hearts and skillful hands. We know that unless we change the politics by changing the political leadership, we are stuck in this terrible state of underdevelopment and misery. We will build patriotically our institutions, particularly the ones directly responsible for implementing government policies, to make them fit for purpose. It is not to be doubted at the global scene that Nigeria is blessed with some of the most entrepreneurial youths in the world.
Do you need to
in
read this
science,
thing in the
in
book?
business,
No, do
in
you need
art
to read
and
this thing in the
entertainment.
book?
We believe that what remains is the changing of leadership.
Somebody is
class
asking me which speech did
from
Baba Tinubu give. You did not see the speech?
to creators of value, from those whose wealth and power drive from the
Somebody said I should leave Peter Obi alone
of the
and face the
nation
criminal
and its
IDUU.
people, to those who have
Somebody say want to
demonstrated
give me red head.
competence, character, capacity to invest
Baba
in
Tinubu
human
is
development,
better than Peter Obi.
create prosperity, and instill right values
Abba.
and ethical conduct
Hey,
deserving
God.
of servant leaders. Nigeria today is at a critical juncture, and the people led by the youths,
I hope you are going to invite
leadership,
Showore.
are
I hope you are
and
going to
leading
invite
the movement
Showore.
to transform Nigeria
Because I know that Showore is the only man that is going to speak without looking at the book.
economic growth and
Showore is a youth.
social
I can say
stability.
Showore is a
We
youth.
count ourselves
Let them
honored
invite Showore as well.
to be
It should not
trusted,
be right that Chatham House
especially
do
by
not
the youth,
invite
to
Showore
lead
and
this
every other presidential
democratic
candidate.
revolution,
Because all of them
and
should
we
have
are deeply
opportunity to speak.
pledged to do so with
Showore
sincerity,
speaks more than this man. Showore will never read in any book.
and
I've never seen
unquenchable love
Showore
and
read
desire
in
for
any
a
book
better
whenever
Nigeria.
he's giving a speech.
We are simply the symbol of Nigerian youth struggle to reverse this ugly trend that keep driving them into social anomia, despair and rejection of their country. We are determined to do everything that needs to be done to rescue and lead our country to
No. We need Showore to come
freedom,
and present in Chatham
security, and
House.
peace.
Chatham
We will
House, if you
use
can listen to
merit
me,
to
we are
assemble
demanding that Showore will come and speak.
competent Nigerians from
Because look at
all
what Peter Obi
sections
is
of
doing.
Nigeria to
Reading
form
book.
effective government of national
Okay, you are reading
unity.
book. No, this is not
At
allowed.
the heart of my goal here
When
today
was
is to
Peter
look
Obi
at
asked
our
to present a paper?
Labour
I want to know.
Party's key policy
Peter Obi
plans
was not asked to
and
present
how
a
they
paper.
will drive up the quality
Tell us
of
your
life
policy.
of average Nigerian,
You are speaking English.
dramatically reduce poverty, and return Nigeria to a place of strategic relevance in a world that needs a thriving and well-governed Nigeria, stabilizing the continent of Africa, making it high-value add for a planet imperiled by environmental challenges, terrorism, and inequity. I also plan to speak on institutions and how the leadership we offer can facilitate the evolution of stronger institutions with the
Una
rule
dey
of
see am.
law,
Una dey see
a
una
key
Peter Obi.
anchor to nation
You
building
dey
in
see as him dey read
Nigeria.
book. Check it out.
I have no doubt that the policy choice
Hey,
we favor
God.
and the strong institutions Labour Party will facilitate will move Nigeria form a country of rent seekers sharing oil receipts and consuming conspicuously
Can you
to
see
the
what
one
Peter Obi
that
is doing?
produces based on vast
You see, I did not cut this
factor
broadcast. So
endowments
normally, what I do is
whose
to cut
value
my
chains
broadcast. I
can
cut
move
it. I cut
us
it.
towards
Today,
a
I did
high
not cut it.
employment
I want Peter
economy.
Obi to speak
We
so
will
that we'll hear.
turn our youth budge to a democratic dividend rather than today's harvest of time bomb of violence,
What is he talking
insecurity
about?
from uneducated, unemployed, and marginalized
My brother,
youth.
if they ask me to give my
This
own
forms the
policy,
first
I will not look at book. See
and
the way
most
I'm talking
important
now?
trust
This is a youth. That's why I'm saying that they should
of our
invite Showere
government.
on this platform.
Priorities without which the rest will not be achieved to secure Nigeria, end banditry and insurgents, and unite our dear nation to manage our diversity such that no one is left behind. The growing insecurity you see in Nigeria today is not because the enemy is formidable.
Peter Obi, they say Peter Obi is
It is not
younger,
a
so
lack
look
of
at what he's
focused
doing
leadership,
now. What is making him young now?
ineffective security government structure, and poor coordination from the center. All this needs to be addressed by first projecting strong leadership, signal that will allow both state and non-state actors to be mobilized around single vision. Then
What
by
is
pursuing
intelligent
a
in
robust
this?
reform
Oh
of the
God!
security
I see some
governance
comments.
structure,
People are saying he's intelligent. What is intelligent here?
coordinating mechanism that
What is
assures
intelligent here?
all levels of government,
Oh
federal,
God of
state,
God! That is why
local,
we are the young
with
people that is going
three-level
to
policing
join politics to
are
change
aligned
our
with
country,
strong
Nigeria.
collaboration with
I
partners
want
from
Chatham
both
House to
private
invite Showere
and
to come and
development
speak.
groups to
I'm
provide required
gonna
services
tag them very soon.
and deliver results
We
for
want
every
Showere to come and
Nigerian.
speak in Chatham House. Let us see how Showere
Once
is
this
going to
is
deliver.
done, it is
Look
important
at,
to have a
what
single,
is intelligent? What is here?
coherent, consistent
Baba Tinubu did not even read from book. He was
development
speaking.
process. It is important for institutions to be
God.
able to provide strong leadership, coordination, capability, partner and engage collaboratively with all relevant stakeholders in an environment that mutually reinforces values.
Can you people see for how many
The
minutes?
second
Almost
plank of our
15 minutes. He
policy
has been
trust
looking inside the book.
is to shift
Nothing come out
emphasis
of his head.
from
Oh
consumption
no,
to production by running centered economy that is driven by agrarian revolution and export-oriented industrialization. With about 70 million hectares of arable land, we will pursue an agricultural revolution through proper segmentation of Nigerian to activate and harness
Somebody said I want to
factor
get
endowment
views
of different
Peter Obi.
parts
If
of
I
the
did not
country
talk, if I did not
for both
stream Peter Obi
rapid
now in Chatham House, you will say
and
that I'm
mechanized
jealous.
agricultural
I'm
development,
not
as a
fair.
pillar for Nigerian
We are listening to Peter Obi,
and
listening to Baba
industrialization.
Tinubu. But look at what
We
Peter
will
is doing to us. Reading book.
incentivize and invest in an agro cluster and industrial cluster development across our geo-resource zones to take advantage
Where is the youthfulness? Where
and
is your?
scale
If I'm the one
effects of
speaking, my
particularly
brother, you need to
in
see
the
me speak.
northwest,
You have
northeast,
seen all my
and north
speech.
central of Nigeria. We will dredge both
Nah,
River Niger and
these
River
people
Benue,
safe.
build dams massively to support
Somebody said this is fake
planting of
platform.
economic trees across the country for local usage, elimination,
You guys are funny.
export, and revenue generation. A key task is to sequentially but dismantle the inefficient and anti-market distortionary structures restraining Nigerian economy from creating a precondition for a dynamic pro-market economy. We will employ governance to dismantle impediments to trade and ease of doing business.
So who are you supporting? I'm supporting Baba Tinubu. Baba Tinubu is the man for the job.
Reduce our debt service, a major drain to the government revenue as it is today. Our micro, small and medium-scale enterprises will be robustly supported. Further borrowing must be for productive.
What policy is he talking about?
While we aggressively pursue the activation of all opportunities
you need to listen
in
to
oil and gas value chain, we will target incentive schemes that will be professionally administered to diversify our non-oil export portfolio with proper consideration and management of climate change risk and opportunities. That pillar of government priorities is to respond through effective legal reforms to ensure aggressively reduce the cost of governance, honest and efficient civil service.
Oga P2B
Governance in Nigeria is an effective fighting institutional corruption. In addition to reducing the cost of governance and streamlining government operations for efficiency and effectiveness, we will ensure that reforms we
You see what I'm saying? Somebody said, can Baba Tinubu stand like
any
this?
Way
Baba Tinubu was standing when he delivered his
the
own speech.
livelihood of our hardworking and efficient
If you want me to
civil
bring
servants.
it, I can show you.
Critical to fighting corruption, we will install a new budgeting system founded on a cardinal principle of public accountability, objective setting, and program implementation. Distant budgetary principles of revenue mobilization, expenditure allocation, borrowing without emphasis on monitoring.
Somebody said I should invoke the spirit of IDUU to help him.
We will enforce principles of performance, auditing, institutionalized monitoring, and evaluation process of the entire public service delivery as the primary means of actualizing our vision of the new Nigeria. This reform will institutionalize our personal involvement of both the president and the vice president in setting budgetary objectives of MDAs and monitoring, evaluating the implementation process through Office of Regulatory
I'm so much happy that I captured this
Review
moment.
in the Office of the President. Budget monitoring and evaluation capacity will be strengthened within the presidency. We will embark on
the guy does a read book from book to book.
And
the guy not even carrying face up. He cannot take his face. If he take his face, he will make
to
a
quickly
mistake.
restore physical viability
My brother.
by discontinuing
P2B, I was thinking that you are going to surprise us.
Which have left a black hole in government finances. Physical monetary policy.
Let me see how those obedient will come and make noise.
With each conventional tool transparently in favor of privileged few. For instance, an avoidance of doubt. We will collaborate with Central Bank of Nigeria for a transparentation of our foreign exchange market and this.
Somebody says it's disappointed because I'm supporting
multiple exchange.
Baba Tinubu is the man. If I'm not supporting Baba Tinubu, he's supposed to be welcome here. So whether will not be reading from book like this.
Few privileged persons.
Nah.
We'll seek to apply side rather than continue to concentrate
just opening speech is reading book
on demand management of foreign exchange.
A lot of paper, a lot of books. Point.
Some carefully calibrated transfers will be effect impact economically weak. If the competitiveness of the sector is to be enhanced, then we will do so via enactment of.
We are going to have somebody say P2B for New Nigeria. Is it how he's going to be reading book? Is it how he's going to lead us?
Designed to stimulate investment and growth.
I don't see anything
revenue shortfall
that is going to help us here.
And leakages such as theft with decisively by holding persons in position of authority fully accountable.
It's just story. It's the normal story we have been hearing.
Of our
read
governance
book for us.
Priorities
what is that?
Is to leapfrog into the fourth industrial revolution through application of scientific, technological innovation to create digital economy. Building on the gains of agriculture-led manufacturing and export, we will pursue development of and
My brother,
to
you see
live
that this
on
is
the
not making
emerging
sense. When Professor Ben
digital
Ayade,
technologies,
when Professor Ben Ayade was
internet
speech,
of artificial
when
intelligence,
Baba Tinubu visited Calabar, he
robotics,
was
virtual reality, blockchain technology, biotechnology, and data
somebody
science,
say you want to
all
increase
of
your
which
page.
are the heart
Am
of
I
the
begging you
fourth
to be on this page?
industrial revolution. The fifth plank is to build expansive infrastructure for efficient power supply, road, and air transportation pipeline network through integrated public-private partnership and public sector.
You guys are
Obedient
people.
Perennial power problem in Nigeria is comprehensive, well covered in our manifesto. We will ensure that we issue of transmission. However, we will immediately complete the 2.3 billion cement net government deal to achieve a stable 7,000 of this year, 11,024.
Somebody building my page.
And 25,000.
These people are so jealous. I'm building my page. Why can't you go and build your page?
Support local manufacturing capacities
and build your page.
And power technologies, and encourage and expand local.
That you are presenting to us. That you want to come and lead us.
Training
He's reading
centers
from
and
books.
workshops.
You see the way he has been reading.
Which many jobs will be created.
Our is demand for the job.
Human capital development of our youth for productivity and global competitiveness through investment in education, in research, corporate education. The World Bank Capital Development Index ranks Nigeria 168 over 173.
Jobless Nigeria,
right to the top bracket of the index, a match plan program on education that includes compulsory technical and vocational sports, entrepreneurship, programming, digital skills from primary to secondary school level.
Haven't you seen the story?
Commitment.
Don't enter anybody.
Funding
it is better I make few points,
our tertiary
few points than to read book.
Will be remodeled to
just provide the script
of research,
share the script for everybody,
and commercialization of ideas for quick.
Can't you see that?
Finally, our seventh priority is to conduct an Afrocentric that protects the rights
so much.
citizens.
It's not when they say, "Oh, why didn't you stream P2B?"
Nigerian
I'm streaming P2B now, and I'm not seeing him delivering anything.
In concluding,
he's reading book. He's reading book.
Say that the problem with Nigeria is at once complex and simple. It rests on leadership. As our erudite Professor Chinua Achebe
Tinubu is better than P2B.
The trouble with Nigeria is simply and squarely a failure of leadership. In Achebe's view, basically wrong with Nigerian character. The Nigerian problem
is reading book for
the
us.
Unwillingness
that is
or inability of his leaders to rise to the responsibility to leading in the front
which is the reading book for the past 20 minutes. He has been reading.
People of competence.
No, Oga Peter, this is not what I
commitment, compassion over the leadership and pursue their mission and tasks with seriousness required.
The truth is that this is not what we expected from P2B.
unity,
I expected him to
prosperity,
speak like a young man.
will be achieved and
But
sustained.
he has
That
not
is
done
what's
it.
driving that Baba Ahmed and I to join to offer to lead this desire and Nigeria, like the youth, include sustainable Nigeria.
Can you people see? So that
in
you will
line
be
with my
complaining.
upbringing, especially my mother's counsel,
Me, I don't talk my own. Baba Tinubu is the right man for the job.
Nigerian resources prudently use Nigerians. And as Commander-in-Chief, I will be sincerely pledged that with Nigeria will diligently
Someone say, guy,
pursue
respect yourself.
Nigeria, characterized by sustained and inclusive growth and development for all. Thank you.
30 minutes to read. 30 minutes to read. Can you imagine? Read all this story. 30 minutes to read out all this story.
Peter, I don't know to sit for a moment, take a few questions. We'll take
30
them, or you can
minutes,
stay
30
there
minutes, not
as you
finish.
wish.
Can you see?
Look, the
Okay,
first
people,
question,
you know, say you don't do
analytics
well.
are showing we have tens of thousands of people watching. Apologies if you are.
Who presented more than people? Comparing
we
last
can't
time
take
speech from
questions
Tinubu.
from you on hundreds of
Tinubu
questions
was not
that
reading
have come
from
in.
book.
One
Can you
question
see
is
it?
from Baba Femi
Big difference.
Adibola,
Big
who
difference.
is asking the following question. Given the and the Labour Party not projected to have the majority, how would you work with legislators to ensure the radical reforms you are proposing come to light if you win the presidential election? Just hold that.
So what did Peter what did he do? What
back of the room?
Can you guys confirm
right
to me that what Peter Obi just finished reading from book now? Is there anything new?
Yes, you.
Is there anything separate?
Please go ahead. One question,
There's nothing.
please.
You are to present a new policy,
My name is
institutional reforms, and you are telling us story. Oh my God.
From Huddersfield University. So my question is simple. The high up in Nigeria is on alarming.
He has not condemned.
With all the beautiful ideas done, sir, without tackling security, they are impossible. So, one of the things given to you is that
he has not condemned it.
The activities of the high pop and the tackling of security.
Can you sum up, please?
Let me land.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's
Sorry, I'm a student. We have to learn. Tackling of security, how will you tackle it, sir? Are you introducing?
Please.
Are you introducing?
You see, they don't even allow his question. They are trying to shut him up.
Federal government security apparatus. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Obedient people, they take their nonsense to Chatham
which
House.
I want to
They didn't even allow him to ask questions. They are trying to fight
virtual audience, and it's from Vivian, who says, who's asking the following. Vivian, many years Nigeria has underinvested in healthcare. What are your plans for special health coverage, where access to healthcare is a right rather than a privilege, as well as ensuring sustained funding
Baba Tinubu is better
epidemic
than
preparedness and response? We did have a similar question for Mr. Tu in the last session. So there are three questions there for you, Peter.
Baba Tinubu is better than Peter. Can't you see it?
Please just be patient.
They know the question is a question that is going to fight you, trying to stop him.
First question is, how do you deal with
security? Are you going to condemn
IPO? Is probably not in control of the legislative arm of the government. Quite frankly, through this as a governor, when I was elected and sworn in as the governor, I have 30 House members, not from my party, In fact, nobody from my party was involved. You are pursuing what is right. Everybody will go with you.
Because we condemn IPOB and the
Place,
activities. That's what we want to do.
People are without job, and that's what he wants. He wants development. What else is he elected to do? It is.
What are they clapping?
It becomes a pursuing transactional policies.
Are you condemning the activities of IPOB?
But if you address action, which spells out that the system characterized by that will have diversity.
This is an international platform. Condemn IPOB. Let us hear the news. Condemn IPOB. That is what we want to hear.
On the issue of IPOB, following me, even yesterday, I spoke about Biafra being ended 53 years ago.
Okay.
It's all over the place.
Why your brother causing problems? Condemn.
All agitators. Condemn them.
You condemn it was not IPOB. No.
This was all over the place. Not only IPOB. We have Yoruba Nation.
You see? Which Yoruba Nation? There is no Yoruba Nation.
When you have created
Yoruba Nation is not causing problems.
This level of massive poverty, where 63% of your population.
See the problem? We are saying condemn IPOB activities. There is no time we heard that Yoruba Nation burned down police station. There's no time we heard that Yoruba Nation burned down properties and destroyed people's lives. No. We have not heard that Yoruba Nation is using ESN to be displacing
youth unemployment, people in productive age doing nothing. If you have 15% unemployment in Britain today, you're going to have massive, remember, agitation.
This is the problem we don't like.
Nobody will be able to leave his house.
They say that IPOB activities have caused more problem in Nigeria. Condemn it.
Leadership failure over the years, which you have by good governance. Start seeing justice, fairness in the right thing. All those
No.
And that is what me and
condemn IPOB activities.
I will talk and this.
Condemn IPOB activities.
There's nothing wrong in that.
You go and mention Yoruba
People
Nation.
agitate even in my house, and I talk with them.
They clap.
So I'm dealing with everybody.
No.
Don't worry about that. Yes, we have a problem with health. Underinvested, and because our government have not ties are developed. Everybody.
How many
knows that
times P2B have been given opportunity IPOB activities? Each time they give P2B opportunity to condemn IPOB activities, you will compare it to Yoruba Nation,
which is
causing problems like IPOB. Did you see where the problem is?
About 50 something against the global average of 72. Same indication. So I just gave somebody an example. In the past 5 years, from 2015 to 2021, Nigerian budget is under 2.5 trillion naira. For 200,
all this thing is story.
Every year, our budget for health is 5 trillion. Our budget for education, two of them, budget is about 3.5 trillion. When your 6-month budget for subsidy, which is a trillion, is unacceptable. In key development areas, as Professor Dutton has just mentioned right out here, that what separates country and education. So we'll deal with it. But you provide nations of our studies.
So you don't want it to come here?
People cover issue of health. How did it cover that? What nations have done it well?
You see, you have started comparing Indonesia, Malaysia.
To do it.
You don't understand.
I'm going to take more questions.
No, brother.
There is someone who
Be sincere to yourself. This one was straight to IPOB activities, causing problems
I'm not going
in
to
Nigeria.
say that's
They asked him,
criteria
did
for
you
taking
condemn it?
question
He
next
cannot
time.
condemn it.
But Madam,
That is where that is problem.
You have the strongest arm audience. Please introduce one question.
The biggest problem is he couldn't.
Thank you. Good afternoon and welcome, sir. My name is Priscilla Winkbo, and I'm an independent broadcaster here in London. And so point number 5, which is to generate power in Nigeria.
For where?
And you spoke about transmission, distribution, and generation. But I think it's fair to say that problems with power goes beyond.
Never heard that Yoruba nation kill any.
The main problem that I see here is this: we have a population, or part of the economy, shall we say, those who are the engineers, those who in that sector, whether it's those that are selling generators, so that issue is perhaps issue when it comes to power generation. So my question is, how do you plan, number one, to deal with the big boys, and how do you
P2B do not have plan. You see him reading book like saying now water.
No longer exist because you have generated power, because I'm sure that they too against it. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. We did online have lots of questions about refining also, and so this is a key issue that people are asking question about. So the gentleman there, a bit further along. Yes, there. You
will not hear P2B condemn IPOB again.
Introduce yourself.
Thank you very
One
much.
Question.
Good to see you, Peter. Paul Arkwright. I was the British High Commissioner to Nigeria from 2015 to 2018, and it's good to see you in London, sir. Thank you very much for your talk. I've now moved into private business. I'm a consultant, and I'm advising companies and funds, investors, to look at Africa, to look at Nigeria, to consider investing there, and everyone agrees, I think, that FDI, foreign direct investment, is critical to the future of Nigeria. But at the moment, they're very cautious, and that's putting it diplomatically. When you become president, sir, could you tell me the sort of 3 things you would do
cannot become president after reading book for us,
which would send the right signal to foreign investors to look again at Nigeria, not just look again at Nigeria, but to invest in Nigeria? Because as you know, I'm one of Nigeria's strongest supporters, and I think this is a country which is worth investing in. Thank you.
Okay. And I will come back to this side.
Can you see it?
There. You, sir? Just there. No.
The guy just finished reading book. He did not. What is one thing that you take home today from
One
P2B?
question short.
One thing that you take home from P2B.
Good evening.
What did you take home?
It's William Owomayi, the UK's young ambassador to the Commonwealth and a member of Chatham House. You've caught Nigeria by storm in recent months with your campaign and your vision to unify Nigeria, mobilizing young people all across the country. You mentioned debt a few times in your speech. Currently, the government to the central bank and interest rate of 9.5%, high. How do you plan to support the next?
The government is paying?
Repaying the central by 19.5%. How do you plan to support the next generation payment crisis? And also, how do you plan to do currency in Nigeria? The central bank
P2B that cannot even
balance sheet in about
tell us a story from his head.
Thank you.
Huh?
There you go. Peter.
Let me start my sister there. He talked about the big boys who are selling generators.
P2B, are you importing generators?
Let me assure you what you know. Our campaign, you have heard them say we don't have structures. That is the structure we're trying to destroy. Of criminality. That is what I mentioned.
No, that's not the question. That's not the question.
That structure is sort of impoverished Nigeria. We will dismantle it. It will not be there. I assure you of that. We're going to turn around the power sector. Nigeria generates about, today, 56,000 megawatts of electricity for 200 million people. And South Africa, the second biggest in terms of content, 5 to 6,000. 5 to 6,000, that's been 5, sorry. And South Africa, the second biggest economy, 60 million people, it's about 50,000. And South Africa, in the past 3 months, have declared agency in power and said anybody can generate up to 100 megawatts without license. So somebody who is 60 million, generated over 40,000, declared emergency. What do you think somebody with 2 million people generating 5 to 6,000 will do? War. I'm going to declare war or solve it.
When you did not do it in Anambra,
Everybody who stands on the
it's
way,
not easy to
solve
talk.
it.
It's not. He did not do it in Anambra.
Bringing back store is very simple, Paul. Foreign investor is like bee and honey. All you need is to create honey. The way bees
Why did you know this generated revenue?
Foreign capital.
Let us see what you did when you were.
It's scared of corruption. It's scared of what policies. Scared of where there's no rule of law.
It's easy to talk. It's easy to talk.
You need to put a regulatory environment that makes it secure it. That the Hamati and I are offering. We will build up intangible assets of securing the country, making sure law. We will fight corruption.
How?
How
can you fight corruption? Did you fight in Anambra?
Assembly who to buy of government when it was offered to all national assemblymen. You can go and look at this record. If you have
you did not even call rule of law
compromise.
In Anambra. You did not conduct local government election. How can you say you want to do rule of law?
I know how I approached him, and I told him, and you owe it to save our people. That's why we came together. We came back and said, we'll work at this problem. Go and check my record.
Somebody said this is bring it down.
And I've challenged everybody. Paul, you were there. Did left off. I was not owing salary, pension,
because you have a fake man coming to govern by rule of law when you did not obey rule of law.
Access Bank of Nigeria.
The Peter obey rule of law. Did he conduct election?
I left
election
over $150 million. I didn't say naira. Over 30 billion naira. And Anambra State have never bought me. They allocated directly or indirectly by me, and I several thousands of CFO. Anambra has never bought me a bottle of water since I left. So you can go. We will fight and stop corruption.
You did not stop corruption in Anambra.
Corruption. If you're not involved, your wife is not involved, your family is not involved, those around you are not involved, you reduce it by
what about you yourself?
And I'm sure, Paul, you know that. We can't disappoint these youths. We must build a new. And with the investors who come back, those who left, even the people who are given, they'll come back. Nigerians are prepared to come back if they can find that to go back to this green passport. People must be proud to use it.
You see? Soludo just gave us a flash news.
Issue of capital. Where do you find money?
There's
nothing wrong with borrowing.
More than half of Anambra people
Borrowing
live. Yes.
Every government I've studied in the world, even Britain as we speak, most of their GDP. Every government lives on, even Norway with 1.4 trillion is owing. The economies of the world, the third biggest nation in the world is America. The debt of America is 100% of their GDP. The second, China is almost 100% of their GDP. Japan is over 200.
How was your GDP? How was your own IGR? How was your own IGR?
Japan is going over 2 GDP. They invested the money to save their economy. Even with that, Japan is still the holder of US treasuries. So they fall back on.
What was your own IGR?
So borrowing is not wrong.
There's no way of talking too much. What was your own IGR in Anambra State?
And how well they done. What happens is that when you borrow for consumption, you have a crisis. Nigeria consumption 2015 had a GDP per capita of $2,550. And they were owing about 15 trillion naira. Today, with central bank wins, we're owing over 75. So we have grown that debt by about per capita is 2,000. We borrow.
This one say use this link and watch without distraction. Get out of here.
Structure it and really long time to be able to pay it. I'm a finance person, that is one. And then we would not say, like I said here, for consumption, people will see it, it will be transparent, it will be for investment, and that's what we intend to do. Countries have before. We're not in a country where other countries haven't passed before, showing leadership, and we will be able to solve it. Thank you.
Back, we are now almost around 60,000 people just watching us and sending in questions, so we're trying to be at least a bit inclusive. We have a quote, Adim Moyo, policy ideas on climate change. Do you have ensuring sustainability? One question. Then there was a joint question from Anthony Levy, and they're asking, insecurity is a main. What are your plans in tackling this? What are your plans in terms of security sector reform in Nigeria? I'm going to take two more physical questions. A lady right in the front here, so I'm not going to discriminate. Please, go ahead.
Thank you. My name is Chi Chikwendo. I'm a practicing solicitor advocating, of course, for rule of law. Thank you, Sir Excellency, for the inspiring exposition on your vision for the change.
He's a guy, read your insults. It's obedient people now.
It's clear from
people. The only here are obedient people. That is why they can never be the president of Nigeria.
Across the various sectors mentioned, including agriculture.
They can never be the president of Nigeria. Go and mark it down.
Will, to a large extent, hinge on the depth of your level of commitment with solidarity to implement the proposed policies and institutional reforms. However,
somebody was saying your speech today was 100% hot.
You're well aware of the prevailing.
I was reading from book.
To those reforms, including clientele patronage, political capture, and the institutionalized corruption that you mentioned. So the question is, how do you intend to navigate this challenge differently from the efforts of previous administrations with a view to modifying the behaviors of key players of achieving those anticipated outcomes? I was very warmed when you mentioned your broadening scope of youth inclusion and women based on gender issues. So further, how do you quell the current tensions ravaging our communities and consequently stagnating economic growth and development, and to implement a pragmatic mechanism for dealing with those societal concerns?
He said, and if Peter Obi become the next president.
We need, the longer this takes, the less questions. Madam, please, now.
So the question there is, how do you intend to implement a pragmatic mechanism for dealing with those societal concerns for equal access to the services, inclusive participation, and integrating the various ethnic groups?
Thank you very much. Thank you. Peter, if you answer those questions, because that was more than one question.
Well, let me start with the issue of, you have, like you said, you have more than one question. I have about 2 questions. Let me start with the issue of ethnic tension. The ethnic tension you see today is based and as a result of injustice, unfairness, exclusion.
By who?
Marginalization.
By who?
As soon as you start reversing that, they start going down. That is what I said to the young man about agitation. As long as you start doing the right things, as long as you start building an inclusive society where people's talent, hard work will match up their opportunity, you start seeing those things go down. There's tension, even in the Western world here. I lived here when the blacks feel excluded. But as the more the government opens up and tolerates and builds an inclusive, transparent, more broad-based...
God don't know waiting to talk, I tell you.
And we will show, I've said before, we will show compassion. We will show love. Because there's nothing, you're a leader. Don't go away when Bayelsa is under the water. Don't leave Jigawa to die. Don't say, oh, I cannot go to Southern Kaduna because there's a problem. We will show compassion.
What are you talking about? You want to show compassion? He did not show compassion in Anambra State. When the teachers, oh my, this guy, you did not show compassion when the teachers strike for 13 months.
Oh, the room is insecure.
Where is the evidence that you showed compassion in Anambra State? This guy did not allow me to be quiet.
In Makurdi in Christmas, and in New Year was another IDP camp in Abuja. And I said to them, as long as Nigerians are in IDP, all of us are in IDP. I will not allow, and I know that you will not allow it, for any Nigerian to remain in IDP while we're sleeping in our mansions. Never. They must go back. On issue of challenges and dealing with them, the challenges you foresee, are there with such challenges at the Anambra level? And I'll show you the same challenges. We're not going to, as long as you're not involved in this transnational governance, you can deal with anybody. And we're not going to compromise. We have an issue, I said, we're at an existential threat that we don't need to. There's no sacred cow. You either be a Nigerian or you can find another country. We have a country with the rule of law. It will be the same level playing field for everybody. I want to solve the problem.
You see, that is why we're asking people to condemn the activities of the IDP camp. We saw how people were running away from their villages because of the activities of IPOB.
Is far more,
condemn the activities of IPOB activities. You refuse, and now you're telling us that you have compassion.
Revenue generation and exports for Nigeria than the oil. It's very simple. And I give you an example of one state that I use every day. Niger State is 76,000 square kilometers.
Oh God, they talk too much.
6,300 square. 7 local governments in that state is under control of bandits. I've tried to interview them because they have nothing and everything. Niger State is 2.5 times this. And the land agricultural export last year was $120. Why can't Niger State do 5% that? They have Arab land. From the revenue.
Somebody say I should check the comment.
People
love you.
It's less than 50
people from Biafra.
naira.
Because it's their
When they
brother.
lost their deaths and everything.
They have to love their brother.
If they 10% of that, it's 6 billion at 50, it's about 4 trillion. 80 times what they get from here. We will change it.
Why would you like your brother?
Tackling insecurity. I've said it extensively. Our first commitment to first secure Nigeria. Securing Nigeria is not important.
You cannot secure Nigeria by having a conversation with having dialogue with terrorists. You are not a security because you are not able to condemn your.
And who we would with them. We're not going to.
Why did you say about IPOB? Why did you say we are going to deal with IPOB and criminal activities?
But we are not going to work. We will deal with it. Our army is there and military secure Africa. So let's go back and resonate that spirit in which they used to secure Africa. And we will deal with it. On climate change,
this account must be hacked.
I've always said we follow the protocol. And I did mention issue of things like planting trees, issues of dredging. These are some of the climate change issues. Because we have a situation where in Nigeria, because we've not dredged River Benue and everything, and I think this is not difficult. We've awarded contracts for it. Today, every Egyptian will tell you, no Nile, no Egypt. We used it to improve the transportation, which in this one will do, and that's a long fighting change. They've used it for other means, which we will use the same River Niger and River Benue to do. River Niger and River Benue combined.
Oh, see these IPOB people.
The
kind,
River Niger
you people, the kind of people. When cannot have people this insecurity in the state. They are not giving us a speech.
Now it's 650.
I've never seen people deceiving themselves like this. That was how they say they will give you Biafra.
To deal with this. And we will do it. And I assure you, you see the difference. You declare. Involved signatory to it, and it's devastating the world. So we must follow the protocol.
As a talk story.
We're on, but we are going, as I said. There's right at the front here. There's a gentleman. 3 questions, and then I think the clock.
Because I see that you guys are.
It's and sharp, please.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is I'm the man of 74 Africa. My question is, if you become the next president, would you keep the current central bank governor, replace him? And please explain your answer.
You see, because whether you will not do anything, you will say, I will have dialogue.
Gentleman in the middle there.
I will have him.
Yeah. Please.
All the questions that people
good
will answer.
afternoon, and thank you for your remarks. My name is Chibuikem Ugongadi. I'm at King's College London, and it's funny, actually, my question is related to him. Given the debacle of the central bank currently and their conduct over the past 8 years on central bank independence as a tool to improve economic growth, and how will you what will you do about the leadership at the central bank when you become president in order to make sure that in line with yours on monetary policy?
If he becomes, because you don't know.
The lady over there.
Tinubu is the next president of Nigeria.
Yes, but shut, please. There's a microphone here, just there, please.
Okay, very excellent. Good afternoon. So my question here is this. You talked about restructuring. As you're aware, Nigeria is external debt. Nigeria service is external debt. Our current external debt, we cannot service it, or we're finding it difficult to service it. When you become president, how do you intend to restructure our external debt without actually downgrading our rating? Thank you.
Thank you. And your name, just so we have it.
You see, if we
phone to the lady there. Last question. Yes.
Nice to see you again, Mr. Obi.
Yes, so
my name is Kim. I'm a PhD candidate at the University of Cambridge. I study public-private partnerships and education manifesto, and it seems PPPs are taking a central stage in the education sector. To ask, what is your rationale for involving private actors in public education, and what governance would you put in place to ensure the accountability of these actors in education? Thank you.
A man that cannot stop the crisis caused by his people right now as we speak. As we speak now, they have burned down INEC office in Enugu State. IPO, that is why P2B cannot condemn the activities of IPOB.
Alex,
They burned down INEC office right now in
Enugu,
so and he's telling us that he want to fix the insecurity issue. Talking English.
Interested, and he's like, so I told him, if I have opportunity, I will request and answer it publicly. Okay. Let me again go. People are talking about
and check the headline news
central bank governor. The problem, first, let me assure you.
You don't even know the problem of
Nigeria.
Nigeria.
Central bank will maintain its independence.
Baba Tinubu is the next president of Nigeria.
He'll be respected.
If you don't like it, leave it.
And again, it is not the problem of the person there. Central bank have a role of monetary policy, if I'm right. Then you have this physical space. It's like,
but why is the UK interviewing our president?
When the person who is supposed to be in the physical space is no longer, it's like you go to a football match and somebody who is supposed to play in a particular wing is no longer there. You find people playing various wings. The weakness of the physical space allows the monetary space to take over, and in supporting, because there's a weak governance structure, that is where we're able to do what we're doing. What is happening today is happening. So if you're replacing Godwin and putting somebody with that level of fiscal rascality, which is what is fueling our inflation and even our rate of exchange today. You know, these are some of the things you need to cut. As long as the government continues on that fiscal rascality, that situation will occur. That's what you need to fix.
How are you going to fix it?
I won't say what will happen. His term is actually coming to an end. So it won't be too long.
Somebody said if Obi contests for Senate president in Anambra, he will fail.
You asked about PPP in education. I said you're in Cambridge. Is Cambridge run by British government? No, I just want to know, because I don't know. When we're talking about PPP in education, we're talking about tertiary education. We're not talking about basic education. We will ensure that basic education is free, and we will drive it aggressive, because we have 20 million.
Somebody say my life revolves around Facebook.
Which I said we will deal with decisively, because those children.
Your life revolves around Facebook and ends there, idiot.
Which means
as they pay them, they sweet us. As they pay them, now so they sweet us.
For the tertiary education, we must find a way to fund it in a collaborative way, public partnership, in order to be to ensure that 4 years will be funded.
Did you do it in Anambra?
Not what is happening today.
That's what
we mean by that. And you see, it's a win-win situation. That's it. No, not the best.
Do it in Anambra State. You should be giving us example on before.
Issue of
you are talking as if you have not been a governor in Anambra State.
We're not the only country that have gone through this. Once we move assumption to production, what we're going to do that what you service our debts is because of reality. You're paying unsustainable subsidy. Will be stopped from the one. You're no longer generating money because there's
Let me put this comment
and the
on
only people who can steal oil are people.
Oh my God. I need to put this
Government. Because ordinary people are not stealing. You can't put it in your pocket.
Oh my God, wait.
It's something that you come with shit.
You people see,
so all those.
He said in Sima,
and you stop
because of you, I will pursue one Calaboy that
to
with me in
revenue of government. These are things when you have tightened all the leakages and weights, you'll be able to increase your position and you negotiate and be able to service them. An example, Nigeria is today the only OPEC nation, apart from Venezuela, because of sanction, that is not meeting up its quota. Because over the years of all your time,
he's not answering any question, he's just making noise.
Nationals and everything have not been investing, coupled with the theft and everything. You're not realizing.
I am listening to him, he's not making any noise. All these things are stories.
That is in the same
you spend 100 years, what is he talking? What is he answering?
And
did you do it in Anambra State? Why is everybody now running away from Anambra State? Let me give you the statistics.
To be able
because
to
me, I don't waste
revenue,
time. Anything I say, I have
people are
proof.
taking advantage.
Why is everybody running away? Look at it. Look at it. This is from Soludo. Soludo say more than half of Anambra people live outside the state
because of poor management.
But he keep talking news. More than half of Anambra people live outside the state.
Without an eye.
If P2B had a master plan for Anambra State,
somebody said
if P2B had a vision or policy change in Anambra State, people would not be living outside of the state.
If I become president,
Soludo is confirming it. And you are here reading news and be telling us story. Some media are saying, oh, he's doing something. What's he doing? He can only be deceiving his brothers. The same brother that have been doing business.
Pat knew the question of stingy. How are you going to manage? Because they said you'll be stingy and everything. And let me say it publicly that people don't know what it is all about.
It's not even stingy. Why are they giving him that word stingy?
At the heart of poverty is capital
But
formation.
Tinubu gave us the answer of who he is. It's like a heartless father.
Capital formation.
A father that to take care of his children.
Even the most developed world.
He said he's stingy. That one
Japan owns whole amount of US treasury. If you listen what Professor Nask done in the 50s, clearly, capital formation heart of poverty. Without capital, you have low productivity, low income, and you produce poverty all over the place. What I was doing as
how many people was rich in Anambra?
Best governor in millennium goals by the UNDP. You can go and check.
How many people who got saved from P2B government in Anambra? You see, P2B should be giving us numbers.
The best road network. I want to get back on health. You can go and see what build scratch, teaching hospitals and everything.
13 months of strike.
Education.
You build scratch.
I was able because I believe in future generation. If you look at that savings, I said future generation funding because we want to have proper capital formation to drive tomorrow. If I have opportunity in Nigeria, no matter what we do, we'll do the same thing. We must save for tomorrow. Because that's how to turn around tomorrow. So as the end, I appeal to all of you. There's nothing more powerful than an idea.
What is the idea? Is it
the time there is leadership with character, commitment?
Are you the person?
And that's what Nigeria is yearning for. That's what that's you. Let's have
this is not
Nigeria.
true. Thank you. You know, this is not true. We need somebody that is competent. We need somebody that is strong, somebody that knows what he's doing. That's what we need to deliver us. And that is Baba Tinubu. Baba Tinubu is the only man for the job. There's no other person. So I think they are finished. There's no need. That is the end of the conversation Peter Obi delivering Chatham House today. We have seen it, that Peter Obi did not offer any solution to the problem of Nigeria. Therefore, he cannot be the president of Nigeria. That's what I want to say. Peter Obi cannot be the president of Nigeria. He keep on telling us story. He keep on telling us poverty, this and that. But how many people did you take out of poverty? From the statistics we were given, that people from 13% poverty rise to 50-something% poverty rate when Peter Obi was the governor of Anambra State. So I don't understand the people that is hailing Peter Obi. From the last time I checked, if you see all these things, all the comments, it's only people from the southeast that is trying to push Peter Obi. We know that Peter Obi did not do anything. Peter Obi did not do anything. That is why, because now whenever we speak with evidence. Did you see it? Can you see the evidence? More than half of Anambra people live outside the state. This is from Soludo. So it means that when Peter Obi was a governor, there was no vision. Anambra State is still suffering today because Peter Obi did not do anything. And he's coming to tell you that it's going to change something. Let me show you another one. He's talking about poverty. Look at it. Poverty in Anambra grew from 25% to 53% under Peter Obi. This is from Soludo. Hey! Chinekele. Abasio. Abasidiyangawo. And somebody else that he will change. Look at it. Is it 3 major things that was supposed to be the thing that he should address? If you want to talk about poverty, he failed when he was a governor. I've just shown you evidence. Because anything I say, I give you evidence. Poverty in Anambra grew from 25% to 53% under Peter Obi. This is from Soludo. I'm not lying. You can see it. You are not even hearing from me alone. Look at another one here. More than half of Anambra people live outside the state. If the state is working, nobody will go and be looking for another place to live. I can also give you another evidence from one of his past immediate successor, Obiano. Obiano told us that he inherited corruption. He inherited corruption. Are you getting me? Huh? Is that the one? Let me see if this is one. If it's not the one, I take it out.
Labor. Okay. Let's talk about Biafran war.
He has not condemned it.
52
when
years.
they ask him, he still said he did not condemn the IPOP activities. We are talking about IPOP activities. We are talking about the IPOP. Today now, they just burnt another INEC office. It happened in Imo State the other day. They almost killed one. Now, we are saying, why don't you condemn IPOP activities? Instead, he went and compared Yoruba Nation. I blame the Yoruba Nation people because they say they want why are they challenging? You see, they are. There is no need of you the page, okay? There is no need of is trying to attack the page. You understand me? There is no need of attacking the page. If you want to talk about the insecurity, if you cannot solve the insecurity, if you can name your brothers today that are committing crimes, you know, and you are saying you will fix the insecurity issues. How are you going to fix the insecurity issues when you cannot condemn them right now? We are here asking you, condemn the activities of IPOB, you cannot condemn it. And you say, oh, you will fix insecurity. How you go? Is it by dream? Eh? Where is Obiano was even telling us that he inherited the same problem. And somebody, let me show you Obiano confirming it. Because me, when I say something, I give you evidence. Peter Obi is telling you that he will solve insecurity problem. I want you to listen to Peter.
I'm not campaigning against Peter. He's not a candidate. So I rather focus on the things that I want to do for the Anambra and what I've done. If you look at when I came here, there was no security. People were not.
Did you hear that? He said, if you look at when I came here, there was no what? Security. This is Obiano, somebody that succeeded Peter Obi immediately. This was the immediate successor of Peter Obi. He's telling, what excuse? What these people are giving us? Forget all this nonsense, man. Tell us that you want it, and maybe we'll agree, but not to tell us that you did anything. I'm giving you evidences, so this one is not too much of talk. Evidences.
I've done. If you look at when I came here, there was no security.
Yes.
People were not coming home, snapped in the 8 years of the previous administration.
You see?
But I came. I saw. I conquered.
You see? These are people giving you testimonies. I'm not going to go deep into what they say about governorship because we have evidence. Are you getting me now? So don't let these people deceive you. I was happy that Peter Obi had opportunity to speak in Chatham House. The kind of thing I was expecting was for people to present intelligently and as a young person, but he failed. Peter Obi failed today in Chatham House. He was reading throughout his paper, 30 minutes reading, and somebody is coming to tell me, oh, he did well. What did he do? What did he do? I'm giving you example. It's not propaganda. It's not lying. I'm not lying. I give you evidences. These are people testifying about what Peter Obi did. He said that Peter Obi said in his speech that he's going to, or when he was answering questions, that he's going to govern by rule of law. Peter Obi did not do local government election. I thought they say from your past record, we will know who you are. Peter Obi understand what we are talking about. For example, if you want to get like, for example, credit or loan, they will look at your past records. We are looking at the past record of Peter Obi, his track record. We are not seeing what he's talking about that he's going to do for Nigeria. You couldn't do it. You are talking as if you were not a governor in Anambra. You're going to give us the statistics. I get it me now. You want to lead us by rule of law. See, I will analyze this thing properly because this is just a quick one. Peter Obi said that he will govern Nigeria by rule of law. When Peter Obi told us that the problems he had in Anambra during the why teachers were on strike, teachers and medical doctors, that he could not invest, he could not follow the principle. He said he jumped the procedure. He did this, it did not work. Therefore, he decided to use another person to I don't know, to solve the problem of teachers. Peter Obi, I don't know. We know all this, and that is why the problem is. Some of you are saying, Sima, what you are doing, God will not forgive. Which God? Has God forgiven people who are suffering us?
Will I continue to shout every day where we parted ways with the governor that is sponsoring this rebellion?
Listen.
Who were his pillar?
Listen, these are people that help Peter Obi, but look at what happened. And they are telling you, what else? The testimony of people is better than what the person is saying. Peter Obi can talk from now to tomorrow because he's looking. How can you? Oh my God, there are so many things that is wrong. Peter Obi said he wants to give us a new Nigeria. He's having conversation with Obasanjo, Babangida. There is no, in his cabinet as we speak, among the people that is working in his campaign, there is no young person in Peter Obi's campaign as we speak. The people advising Peter Obi, his mentors are Atiku. The people that brought problems tonight, Atiku, Obasanjo, our Babangida. What is he saying? We don't want to make that kind of mistake. But here, Victor Ome, we saw a poster with Victor. We don't even want to talk about that one. Victor Ome is now in Labour Party, and we saw him going for what office. Now, listen to what Victor Ome said about Peter Obi.
At least, if not for anything, you have always known me to be behind him. When he achieved second term, he had a different game. And I said, look, I'm not somebody who can come and share around because you are controlling money.
Listen. It's not that this Victor Ome was working with him before, but what changed? Listen.
It doesn't work like that. I said, conduct local government election. I've always continued to say that, even in this studio. This is not the first time I'm saying it.
Election.
Since 2010, he refused.
He refused. That's it. You see, Peter Obi was asked to conduct local government election. He refused. So you guys should tell me what is going to do differently. My brother, we understand it's election period. Somebody can just be talking. I am asking Chatham House to make sure that they invite Omo Yele Sowore. Make sure you invite Omo Yele Sowore. We want to listen to the way Omo Yele Sowore. Oh my God. I mean, Sowore AAC must reach out to Chatham House. Omo Yele Sowore must be invited to Chatham House as well. I'm aware that Atiku is coming to speak as well. I'm aware that Kwankwaso, Rabiu Kwankwaso, is also coming to speak. We also want Omo Yele Sowore to come and speak. Let us see the difference. We want Omo Yele to come and speak and see who can deliver the country. If we're talking about youth or young person or fresh persons, any young person that could have done well is supposed to be Omo Yele Sowore. But we understand the Nigerian system that is making it difficult for Omo Yele Sowore to win. The only person that have the capacity to win Nigeria election is Baba Tinubu. Are you getting me now? So we have to work together with Baba Tinubu to emerge as the president of Nigeria and then present our demand to him, and he's ready to tackle it. Simple as that. It's not somebody coming to lie. I will make sure the insecurity issue. How will you make sure? You can't say it. Did you do it in Anambra? You can't say it. You see, we have evidence of what we are saying. Somebody say abuse, you waiting be abused. Or the abuse is too small for me. Now they know now. They know. Now they feel abuse me. Now we the abuse people before. we are the autonomy of abuse. I have found out that abuse has not helped us. We have shouted, we have threatened, we have done. It's not helping us. There's no way. That's why I say the best way is for us to support a candidate like Baba Tinubu, somebody that have the ability to win election. You can't abuse nobody. If I want to abuse you, you will leave my page and run. You can't abuse me. I have done all those things. It's not working. So that's why today I am standing with a man that I know can win election in Nigeria, and that person is Baba Tinubu. That's it. It's as simple as that. When you want to talk about capacity, Baba Tinubu have more capacity than Peter Obi. You can see him presenting here. You see him reading from book. Peter Obi do not have the balls to condemn IPOP activities. He said, I condemn all agitators. That was not the question. That was not the question. Peter Obi went and compared IPOP to Yoruba Nation. I have not seen Yoruba Nation killing anybody. I have not seen Yoruba Nation forming ESN to be terrorizing the community. I have not seen Yoruba Nation burning properties, burning police stations. I have not seen it. We are asking Peter Obi to condemn the activities of IPOP. As long as Peter Obi refuses to distance himself from IPOP and condemn the activities of IPOP, Peter Obi is IPOP, Peter Obi is Biafra, Biafra is Peter Obi. We cannot vote anything that has to do with Peter Obi. That is the truth. Many opportunities have come. Peter Obi refused to condemn the activities of IPOP. He always dodged the question. He will go and compare with Yoruba Nation. He compared with agitators. That is not the point. Somebody can be agitating without causing havoc in the community. IPOP started gradually until they graduated into terrorist organization, burning properties, burning police station, burning INEC office. Yoruba Nation is not doing that. Yoruba Nation is not doing that. So Peter Obi, what we want you to do is to condemn the activities of IPOP. That is what we are saying. Peter Obi, in case you don't understand the question, when you this question about IPOP, they want to hear you condemn the activities of IPOP that have destroyed the nation. That is one thing you don't understand. Peter Obi have not been able to do it. So a man that cannot condemn his brothers for using IPOP to cause havoc, then what are you talking about? Today now we are aware that they say there's going to be sit at home again. They say this and that. They cause so much story. So that is where the problem is. So Peter Obi, you see, his talk is cheap. You can't be talking without doing. There are so many things that has been opportunity for you to prove. Only to talk, only to condemn it, you cannot condemn it. Only for Peter Obi to condemn IPOP activity, he has not condemned it. Is that not the proof that Peter Obi is IPOP? That is it too. That is what we are talking about. Condemn IPOP activities, Peter Obi. That is the question that you have not been able to answer. Not to tell us that Biafra ended 53 years ago. We know that Biafra ended 53 years ago. But why is your brothers using this Biafra and IPOP to burn communities, to burn people's houses, to burn properties, to burn police stations, to burn INEC offices? There's a report that just came in now that they have burnt another INEC office. That is what we are saying. Why don't you condemn them? We did not say condemn agitators. We are not saying condemn agitators, because we can agitate for anything. We can agitate for electricity. We can agitate for good governance. We can agitate for healthcare. That is not the problem. The problem here is that IPOP is causing problems right now in Nigeria, especially in the southeast. We are saying, why don't you condemn it? That is what we are talking about. That is what we are talking about. It's not for you to compare IPOP with Yoruba Nation. I have not seen Koiki Media say, go and burn police station. I have not seen it. I have not seen Koiki Media say, go and burn INEC office. I have not seen it. I have not seen Yoruba Nation making lives miserable for people in the Duduwa land, that they have to pack from their houses, move away from their houses to IDP camps. According to you, Peter, you say people are in IDP camp. Who caused it? That is what I'm talking about. So when I see all of them now, they are still abusing me. You saw your brother presenting in Chatham House. What did you understand? He was reading book, telling us story. If I'm supposed to present there, I don't need to read book. As I'm talking to you, do you see me read book? I don't read book. I know the issues. I will present it once and for all. It's not to be reading book and be telling us story. Yeah, you can jot your point, but you cannot be reading the way you are reading. Reading. No. Somebody saying, Sima, you are an insult. What you are saying have no meaning. Baba Tinubu is the man for the job. That is, I'm just trying to tell you. Later, I'm going to show you the presentation that Baba Tinubu made and compare it to Tinubu, to Peter Obi. Are you getting me? Now, it does not make sense. You understand me? Before you say, Baba Tinubu is not going to get presidential ticket. Now you are saying he's not going to win. He's not going to be the president of Nigeria. You are wasting your time. It is already, according to IPOP, he said, signed, sealed, delivered. Baba Tinubu is our next president come February 2023. What you need to do is to align. Peter Obi knows that he cannot win the presidency of Nigeria. It's not even a fresh blood. The evidence of what happened today. He couldn't present. He was reading from book. So my brothers and sisters, don't allow it. When you hear them say, look, let me read one of the comments so that you understand these stupid people. I just put one of the comments on the screen. Hopefully I can be able to see it, because let me see. Listen to him. He said, look at this young guy doing this to himself. Chai, sorry. I thought he knew what he was doing. Now I understand it was all about money. Sorry, you are. Look at him. What am I doing? Because I'm not supporting a man like Peter Obi, who did not do anything in Anambra. That is just stupidity. Telling me I should support. Why should I support the failure? Somebody said, tell Atiku to condemn Boko Haram. Yes, Atiku has not been campaigning. Atiku has not been campaigning. When Atiku is not even relevant in this equation. That's why we are not even talking about Atiku, because Buhari just finished 8 years. So we don't need any Northerner to be our president. We need a Southerner to be our president, and that person is Baba Tinubu. That's our point. You understand me? Somebody says, sorry for you, my guy. My brother, you should be sorry for yourself. Oh. Before now, you people did not believe in one Nigeria. Oh. But now you have changed. You say you now believe in one Nigeria. You are now bringing Peter Obi. You are now forcing Peter Obi for all of us. You understand me? Baba Tinubu is the next president of Nigeria. Are you getting me now? There is no need of you abusing me. I'm just telling you what is going to happen. You understand me? Huh? There is no need for you to. You want me to show you things that. Let me show you. Oh, wonder shall never end. God, let me show you what this guy said about Tinubu. This is Obasanjo. We know that Obasanjo always moves. He doesn't have any steady mouth. Now look at it. Obasanjo said in his book, he published in his book that he published something. I don't forget the name of that. Let me read it here. He said, "I am not a politician." So Obasanjo, that is not a politician, is coming to tell you who to vote for. I want you to read with me. It's on the screen. I am not a politician. I am a decorated soldier, an army general. If you are looking for a thoroughbred politician of master's class, visit Lagos, Bodilon. There you will find one. This is Obasanjo. Do you know who he was talking about? Baba Tinubu. Politics, however, has no permanent friends or enemies. If you remind me about what Bola said about me 4 years ago, have you reminded yourself about what I did to him and his Lagos government 20 years ago? Did you see it? Did you see it? I almost crashed his government and state. No governor or government from 1999 to date could have survived what I did to Bola and Lagos. I'm reading something to you. This is in fact, you don't need any other recommendation. You don't need any other thing to prove to you but that Baba Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the man for the job. Obasanjo is confessing what he did to Baba Tinubu. You see it? No one, he survived because he has the magic wand. Do you see it? I hope he gets the chance to wave the magic wand over Nigeria. You see it? This was Obasanjo in his book, telling you that upon everything that he did to Baba Tinubu, that Baba Tinubu survived and Lagos survived. That there is something about him, that he's a real politician with a master class, not even a joke. Are you getting me now? So what are you going to tell me? I have never read any quote about Peter Obi. I have not seen anybody write any tangible thing about Peter Obi. Somebody say Obasanjo didn't say anything like this. Go and read his book. It's in his book. It's in his book. What is the name of that book, guys? If you remember the name of that book, please, can you put it here? What is the name? What? I've forgotten the name of the book because I don't even care anything about Obasanjo. It is in his book. You see, some of you don't know this. That's why we are bringing it to your notice. Obasanjo even said that there is nobody that survived his government in 1999. You understand me? With what Obasanjo did to all the governors when he was a president of Nigeria, he said nobody else survived it. It was only Baba Bola Ahmed Tinubu that survived. He said, somebody said that was the endorsement Obasanjo made for Tinubu even before election or campaign. Yes, he was not even influenced. When Obasanjo made this comment, he was not even influenced. So look at the name of the book. The name of the book is My Watch. Go and read it. It's written there. So we know, man. We know. The only person that can withstand the challenges of Nigeria and turn Nigeria around for good is Baba Tinubu. I'm just telling you, you can be deceiving yourself. So look at the title of the book. Somebody say he did not say it. Go and read the book. You don't read. You're only doing business in our nature. Do you read? You don't read. That is why a man can come and deceive you that he saved money in the bank and you were happy. Because when you just hear money, your brain will just turn on. Did you see it? Somebody say, oh God, change this your suit. Don't worry. I will change it when Baba Tinubu win. He said, "Na mumu go dey this your channel." Forget it. Don't worry. You will come back to my channel. By that time, I'm going to be charging all of you. You will come back to my channel when the time comes. It's not far from here, so that you will know that everything I've been saying is the truth. My suit, I will change it when Baba Tinubu win. Are you getting me now? So don't worry. Somebody said the money they give to you will finish. When the money finish, I will get another one. Why are you crying for me? The name of the book is My Watch. Go and read it. We just recommended a book for you to go and read that you don't know. You see? When we say something important, instead of you to bring any intelligent conversation you cannot bring. Do you know, if I handle Peter Obi in any conversation, if I interview Peter Obi, he will run. If I interview Peter, he will run. Because I don't joke. I don't ask silly questions. I will ask him questions. I will allow him to talk the things he's going to do. I say, can you mention the thing you did in Anambra? He can't mention it. Somebody say, God. You see, the way you guys are abusing me makes this thing so sweet for me. I just show you evidence. And instead of you to tackle me with intelligent conversation, you are crying. You see? Everything I show you evidence. Did I just show you evidence now? I showed you evidence of what we have been talking about. Don't let anybody come and tell you all this cock and bull story. It's not working. Are you getting me now? It's not working. Baba Tinubu is going to be the next president of Nigeria. Get ready for Baba Tinubu presidency. If you want me to show, I can show you. You know, because everything we say here, we have evidence. Everything we say on our platform, we have evidence. Are you getting me now? Peter Obi never visited Akwa Ibom when he was the governor of Anambra, or when he was in government. He didn't do anything for Akwa Ibom people. All of a sudden, some people are saying, oh, because Peter Obi married from your state, you should support Peter Obi. Why should I support him? He never visited Akwa Ibom. He never did anything for Akwa Ibom. Today, because he's running from place to place looking for support, today he will go to church, look for support, and he will be bringing religious nonsense, causing religious, making religious sentiment and comment. He said, Christian, take over your country. What does that mean? What does that mean? You know, because he's looking for favor from Akwa Ibom people, today he visited Akwa Ibom because he's looking for vote. When he was a governor, he never visited Akwa Ibom people. Somebody coming to tell me now, say, you think that is the way we'll be? No, we look at your track record. Have you been doing it before now? You have not been doing it. All of a sudden, you are waking up and be telling us you have not been doing it. Me, I've done the way I am is the way I've always been from the onset. I've always been like this from the onset. Look at it. Asiwaju goes to Enugu tomorrow. That was his old one. No, that one is old one. No, that's not the one. Let me show you. Let me show you. Look at Peter Obi looking for votes. What is he doing? What is Peter Obi doing? You guys are looking for my trouble. The more you look for my trouble, the more I bring more things out. Somebody said, we will start reporting your page so that your eyes go clear. Look at these fools. You know, you don't even have, you have not even become president yet. You want to use just to report my, can you imagine? Nobody will ever allow you people to be the president of Nigeria. For what? You want to be the president of Nigeria? Look at only small thing you say you want to report my page. Stupid bunch of idiots. See what your Peter Obi is doing. You see it? Why is he doing it? Did he do it when he was a governor? He did not do it. He's looking for votes. Some of you say you want to report my page. Only small power you have, you abuse it. The only power you have is to report my page, right? That is why you want to abuse it. That is why we cannot allow any Biafra person to become president of Nigeria, because they will finish all of us. Only small power you have, you want to abuse it. Can you see it? Only small power you have. Because Facebook are giving you opportunity to report pages. You think that you can abuse it. You think that Facebook is not wise? This guy, the person that said that rubbish, I think you are just waking up. Go and check IPOP. Today, I've been there before. Coming to talk about. I just showed you something that you cannot comment on it. Peter Obi has not been visiting banana sellers before, because now he's looking for vote. He's visiting everybody. What is it? He's even sharing money. But he said he does not give shishi. So you people say that Peter Obi does not give shishi. What was it? Was it not? Is it not money he's trying to share? Oh, he's sharing money to IDP camps. You guys, they learn work. We will teach you a lesson. We will teach you a lesson. You see, this is your Peter Obi. He has never been visiting churches before. All of a sudden, he started visiting churches because he's looking for vote. He has not been visiting market before. All of it. He's doing the same thing that all the old politicians normally do. Yes, what they used to do. So what is the difference between Peter Obi? All I see is abuse on my page. And he say, want to report my page. I think you are just, you guys are just waking up. If you are not waking up, you won't be talking rubbish. You see, you see, everybody has been covering Nigeria before a Biafran came into power. As soon as Azikiwe and Ironsi came into power, they abuse it. It's the same way all of them are telling they want to abuse the power, the simple power that they have. Everybody governed Nigeria without problem. As soon as Azikiwe and Ironsi got power, they abuse it. They changed the system of Nigeria that was working from the regional government to the unitary government. Today, they are the cause of the problem that we are facing today in Nigeria. Azikiwe and Ironsi is the cause of the problem. Do you know why? Because they gave them small power. It's the same thing that they are doing here. That was the same way Nnamdi Kanu said, because I have 200 men, I have the power to command life, take life, and do everything. Only small power, you abuse it. If you have power like us, do you know what we would have been doing? You don't know the kind of power we have. You think that we are joking? You abuse power. That's the reason why people are afraid to even suggest or recommend any Biafra person is because of what you guys did before in history. You think that people don't remember that? It's still there. The history is still there. People still remember what you guys did. But today, the Fulanis were able to, was smarter than all of you. The Fulanis that you say did not go to school. What school are you talking about? When I hear them say the Fulanis are not educated or the North are not educated, I laugh at you. Because the North are the most educated people in Nigeria. The North are the most educated people in Nigeria. They know what is called politics. They know how to play politics. That is number one. Number two, they are most educated in terms of their culture. They understand their culture. Today, do you know that we have 12 states that is practicing Sharia law? But look at you. You say you are intelligent. You don't even have a state that is practicing Christianity. You come to talk to me. Can you talk to me? You are a bunch of idiots. All these Biafra criminals. We are going to teach you a lesson. Baba Tinubu is coming as the president of Nigeria. February 20 is already here. I just give you a very simple analogy. It's very simple. You say that the Hausas and the Fulanis in the north are illiterate. Can't you see how stupid you are? Today they have 12 states that they can be able to practice their religion, and if there's anybody come to put interference, they will stop that person. Are you educated than those people? They understand politics. You say the north are not educated people, but they have governed you for more than 30 years. You make noise. It's a bunch of criminals. You guys are a bunch of criminals. Do you know the people saying that the North are not illiterate or not educated? It's only Biafra people. They are always the ones saying that the North are not educated. They are always the ones claiming that they are the most educated than every other person. But the North have been governing you for 30 years. The Buhari that all of you abuse, Buhari is dead. Buhari is this. Today, Buhari has finished his tenure. You say Buhari did not have certificate. Buhari did not have certificate. He has covered you people. Oh my God. You must learn a lesson. Baba Tinubu is the man for the job. I'm just telling you what is to tell you that, because you think that you are wise, but you don't know that you are not. You know, you are wise, but you don't know that you are not. You are not. I'm just showing you evidence of people who you are calling illiterate or calling names, but today they are the one governing you. They are the one deciding for you. Now, when I see, look, somebody just commented about Muslim ticket. See, we prefer a Muslim to be in power than any Biafra person, than any IPOB person. That is the truth. We prefer a Muslim to be in power than any Biafra person, IPOB person. I'm just telling you the truth, because Muslims are better than IPOB or Biafra. They are more intelligent. You see, the same propaganda of that the Fulanis are coming to take over their land, that the Fulanis are coming, they want to do this. Is the same propaganda of Ojukwu. It's not today. Ojukwu did the same thing many years ago. He said that the Fulanis are coming to take over their land. Do you know why? Because the Fulanis, they were smarter than Ojukwu. They overthrown Ojukwu government and they are acquiescing them when they wanted to colonize everybody in Nigeria. So the same story, we know it. So it's not today. When you hear Muslim, it's the same ideology of Ojukwu. That was the same way they told us that Buhari is coming to Islamize all of us. Nonsense criminals. I have never seen the Muslim afraid of people Christianizing them. You guys always bring quarrels and problems everywhere. You understand me? So there is no need. If you just want to become president of Nigeria, say you want to become president, stop causing problems. You are looking today, you are looking for lie to lie. You say he is a Muslim coming to take over Nigeria. They want to Islamize this and that. All fake stories every time, running propaganda because you just need favor. Why can't you just say what you want and convince people to believe, to vote for you? And he's telling us Muslim. If you don't blame Muslim people, you will blame Yoruba people. If you don't blame Yoruba people, you will blame Hausa people. If you don't blame Hausa people, you will just be blaming, looking for blame everywhere. Are you getting me now? A bunch of criminals. Somebody say you use Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to get followers, and now you think you can use P2B to shine. You are the latest Mugu of the year. He said, I use Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to get followers. Bunch of criminals. Is that what you people are doing? You guys are using Biafra to get followers. I know that any Biafra person that know if you talk about Mazi Nnamdi, you will get. Why don't you open your page? You never believe in one Nigeria. Today you are presenting P2B and say you believe in one Nigeria. You have been abusing Yoruba people, abuse Akwa Ibom, just like you are abusing me today. I'm seeing all your comments. You are abusing me, abusing Akwa Ibom, calling me all kinds of names. Baba Tinubu is coming. Just wait. He's coming to take over. I'm just telling you. He's coming to take over. Huh? You want me to show you evidence of you abusing everybody? You abuse everybody today. As I'm talking, you think that I'm abusing you. I'm not. I'm even saying the right things. With everything, every abuse that we have today in Nigeria, you guys were the one abusing everybody. Huh?
Hey. Today, you know, start the work of rebuilding hope. So far, so good. He is the best.
For president.
For president. I see what you Jagaba with Kashim Shetima for a better Nigeria. I see what you Jagaba with Kashim Shetima for a better Niger. Vote Tinubu. Asiwaju Jaga with.
You see that? Vote Tinubu, vote Baba Tinubu for president. He's the man for the job. He's the man that has capacity. He has been tested and trusted. He's coming to renew our hope and give us something that nobody has done it before. I get it, Mania. You guys abuse everybody today. You guys have forgotten. You are telling me that I'm abusing you. If people don't know what to do, you come out with you say you come out with the tribal card. You say, oh, Nsima, you hate the Igbos. What nonsense talk? I don't hate anybody. I'm saying the reality. Everything we are doing today, we learn it from all of you. You abuse everybody. You cause everybody. You cause all problems everywhere. And you're coming to tell us that you believe in Nigeria now. You don't know that you need to apologize to everybody for all the things you have been doing. Listen, let me show you something. It
is the truth.
Yes.
I tell you the truth. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're holding my life, you take it.
You see, I tell you the truth. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're holding my life or not. That is my job. Listen, I tell you truth. Listen.
Was Soyinka not corrupt? Was Tai Solarin not corrupt?
Listen, he's giving you names. Listen,
Name one Yoruba man that isn't.
Name one Yoruba man that is not corrupt. But today you want Yoruba people to vote for P2B. Is that not true? Today you are telling us, oh, Nsima, every video you are doing will be used tomorrow. Is before? That is why I'm doing it. If you say, oh, Nsima, you are too young for this, that is why I'm doing it. I don't want to wait. When I wait, like Baba Tinubu, you will not say I'm old. You see? If somebody is young, you say it's too young. Showore came for presidency of Nigeria 2019. You say Showore should go and start from local government. You wanted to support Atiku and Tobi for 2019. We remember. You never complain of Atiku's age in 2019. In 2019, Atiku was 72 years old. You never complained. You see it? You say, Nsima, you are too young for this. You are too young for this. I said, yes. I said, that's why I'm doing it. I don't want to wait. You know, Baba Tinubu waited. Helped everybody. Today, you are saying Baba Tinubu is old. Eh? Somebody say, I think you are wise. The other day you spoke good for Simon Ekpa. Today you turn back against him. You know that nobody knows you. Go and sleep. I don't speak good about it. I say the truth about anybody, any situation. That is what I say. If any day Simon Ekpa says something that makes sense, I will tell him that you say something that makes sense. And if you say something that is not good and I don't happy, I will tell you. I say something that is not good. Also, people as that. Tell me that what I'm saying is not the truth. I just showed you now. Did you not hear Nnamdi Kanu say it? So if Nnamdi Kanu have the monopoly to say this, why are you trying to condemn me? Listen.
Was Tai Solarin not corrupt?
Yes. Yes.
Name one Yoruba man that isn't corrupt. Name one.
So if you you see? So Nnamdi Kanu was saying, name one Yoruba man that is not corrupt. Can we also say the same thing? Name one Biafra man that is not corrupt. Is P2B not corrupt? I don't know how you guys think. When you say something, you forget that our hand, when you point a finger, the other hand is also pointing at you as well. You see? I just want to show you a small clip of what you said. Small clip or clips. Don't just take it easy. Take it easy. I told you, come and do a conversation with me. Come and have a debate. It's not when people are just favoring P2B. You are not asking questions. I'm telling you. Did you not even hear it from you? You heard it from Nnamdi Kanu himself. He said, tell us what one Yoruba man that is not corrupt. You claim that you are wise. I have told you people, that you need to build a bridge to everywhere. Anything you want, you need to make sure you bring everybody together. Peter Obi don't have that. Somebody say you are too small. Listen to Nnamdi Kanu, listen.
If you are attending a Yoruba church, you should be ashamed of yourself. Anybody attending a Pentecostal church with a Yoruba pastor is an idiot.
So you see, you say all these things to somebody, and none of you condemn it. You run a product every day. I'm just showing you little by little. I'm not serious. What I'm just doing is gradually. Do you know why I don't want to do it? But I see all your comments talking rubbish to me. You are talking rubbish. I saw you guys trying to blame Brimo. He said, oh, why did he say what he said? I'm not saying what he said is correct or wrong, but everybody learned it from you. Today, the Fulanis that is ruling Nigeria for how many years now, they learned it from you. They learned it from your Biafra people. Today now, you guys, you think that you are the monopoly of abusing everybody. When people will not start abusing all of you, you understand me? When people will start abusing all of you, you now say, oh, you don't like people to abuse you. But did you hear what Nnamdi Kanu said? That every Yoruba church, anybody going to Yoruba church is MAGA. Did you hear it? You want me to go back? Okay, let me go back and play it for you. Because you see, everything I do on this platform have evidence.
Attending a Yoruba church, you should be ashamed of yourself.
He said, if you are attending a Yoruba church, you should be ashamed of yourself. Number one, listen.
Anybody attending a Pentecostal church with a Yoruba pastor is an idiot.
Anybody attending a Yoruba church with a Yoruba pastor is an idiot. Number three.
A complete fool.
A complete.
An imbecile.
Oh, did you hear that? So when you come to my page and talk, that is why, as all of you are reporting my page, you know that IPOP people are criminals. They are the one trying to shut me down from saying the truth when the time has come. Are you getting me now? They know that you people are the people abusing people. They know. You know how many times you have been reporting me. So stop doing that. I'm just showing you evidence. I have not said things that have even gotten to the extent of what Nnamdi Kanu have said. You are abusing me. I'm only saying the truth. Somebody say allow Igbo people to go. I am not stopping you. I don't hate Igbo people. I don't have problem with Igbo people. I am talking about these Biafra criminals that are causing problems every day. Are you getting me? I'm talking about these IPOP criminals causing problems every day. Are you getting me now? That is what I'm talking about. When I talk something important inside, that is not what I'm talking about. Listen to.
I have no time for them.
Okay.
They are worse than Boko Haram. They are very, very foolish.
You see that? This one say we need 20,000 people to report this guy. Your evil is showing. Let me show you to Facebook so that when the time comes, I will show them. Well, what number is this? 2 hours, 3 minutes. You don't know Nsima. People that have known me, they know me very, very well. That's why they don't try me. There are many times they did not work. You see, Facebook, because I'm saying the truth, some criminals are telling me that they want to report my page. They want to go and recruit their people. Look at, they say we need 20,000 people to report this guy, Anthony Chime, a Biafra criminal. So I want Facebook to see it. You see, they have been reporting me. So today we have seen it. My brother, don't worry. You can do whatever you want to do. I told you guys, I've proven to Facebook that IPOP people are criminals. They are terrorists. I've shown you, I show them all the text messages, all the abuses, all the threats. Facebook, they can never do anything to my page because they know that I'm saying the truth. So keep saying it. Whatever you say, I show it as evidence. You see what we are saying? Facebook is not Peter Obi. Listen to another thing here. Listen.
Pastor is Yoruba. You are not fit to be a human being.
You see? Blame Jonathan. Listen, there is nobody that Nnamdi Kanu did not abuse. And we did not kill Mazi Nnamdi. I was still I was still following him because what I wanted is freedom. The reason why I'm condemning IPOB today is because of the criminalities that we have seen that is evidence today. That is the reason why I cannot be supporting evil. No. You see, what has a beginning will have an end. So you know. So you know. This one say you hate your people. Which hate you people? Listen, no?
I blame Jonathan.
Okay.
I blame the idiots that call themselves Niger Delta. I blame the bastards that call themselves Niger Delta.
So you see, when I say that Nnamdi Kanu abuse everybody, you can see him abusing us from Niger Delta. Somebody said, Nsima, why did you lie about Chatham House? Chika, Kevin, what did I lie about Chatham House? Oh, is it because I say historically, anybody that speaks in Chatham House, it becomes the president? Is that what you're saying? This year, Chatham House is giving everybody opportunity to come and speak. Atiku will go there, Kwankwaso will go there, and we also want them to allow Showe to go and speak. House. You're talking nonsense. You know, from experience, we know that people that claim to know something know nothing. People that claim to be wise know nothing. From history, we know that people that claim to be educated, they are not educated. People that they are claim to be wise or more, we know from history. So we don't have to be dragging with you. We know who. Are you getting me now? I'm just some of the things. So listen.
Deepest fools, I blame them. POB, you have a standing order. I want to know everything there is to know about that little criminal.
You see, there is nothing that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not say. Me, I did not condemn him. I was still listening to him. I get it. So when somebody says something today, you guys are coming to say, "Oh, why did you say this?" But we learned it from Nnamdi Kanu. Today we learned it from Nnamdi Kanu. Huh?
That boy called Abubakar Malami. The grades he scored in school, the schools he went to, the lecturers he bribed. I know he's.
You see, I don't know why Nnamdi Kanu abuse everybody. I don't know why. Because if you abuse everybody, there is nobody that is going to support you now. Nobody is going to support you. Today now, Peter Obi now is suffering because of Biafra. I'm telling you, even if Peter Obi have a clean heart, but when people remember Biafra, forget it. The question still remains, who are the people that are going to vote for Peter from the Yoruba land? Who are the people that is going to vote for Peter Obi from the north?
He's a quota graduate of law. I want to know everything about him.
Okay.
I want to set an example with him that others may learn. This boy.
Anyway, that is all that I was able to cut because it was too long. What I just played to you is too small. I'm just playing the one that did not have some kind of languages. So I am just showing some of you that are talking rubbish against me that we have heard so many things before, but we did not ask for the head of anybody. And today you say you want to report me, you want to do. You have been doing it. The reason why you are saying it is because you have been doing it and it has not worked. Are you getting me now? Because I am not doing anything that is out of place. I'm only telling you something that you have forgotten. You once said that you don't believe in election in Nigeria. I can play it for you if you want me to play it. Nnamdi Kanu say they don't believe in election in Nigeria. IPOP say they don't believe in election in Nigeria. But in 2019, because of Atiku and Peter Obi, they signed a deal. Signed, sealed, deal, delivered. Who did it? Nnamdi Kanu. After he said he did not want election. Today again, you are presenting Peter Obi to us. And instead of you to apologize to everybody what you have done, since you have realized that you have made a mistake. You see, firing everybody. You did not fire your own people. You keep firing others, but you don't want to fire your own. What nonsense is that? So, Baba Tinubu is the president of Nigeria. come February 2023. There is no doubt about that. I'm just saying it to say that Baba Tinubu is coming. Are you getting me now? If you don't know it today. There is no need of you panicking and fighting and shouting and doing all kinds of things. Are you getting me now? I think I've been able to show you a lot of evidence. I've shown you a lot of evidence that Baba Tinubu is coming. I get it.
Today, you don't start the work of rebuilding hope. So far, so good. He is the best.
For president.
For Tinubu.
For president.
I see what you Jagaba with Kashim Shetima for a better Nigeria. For Tinubu.
For president.
I see what you Jagaba with Kashim Shetima for a better Nigeria. For Tinubu. I see what you Jagaba with Kashim.
Tinubu is going to be the next president of Nigeria come February 2023. Somebody said, we will vote for Peter Obi. I live in Lagos. You see, the Peter Obi, you can vote for Peter Obi anywhere you are. If you are in Yoruba land, you can vote for anybody you want. But you can vote for anybody you want. But can somebody vote for Tinubu in Anambra without them cutting the person's head? Do you see the reason why you can never rule Nigeria? Do you see the reason why you will never have opportunity to rule Nigeria with this attitude, except you change it? You are telling us that you are in Lagos and you vote Peter Obi. Yes, nobody's going to stop you from voting whoever you want. But can somebody vote for Tinubu or anyone or somewhere in Anambra? You will cut the person's head. We saw how you guys are removing the posters of other candidates. We saw how you guys say you don't want people to go and campaign in the Southeast. So I don't even, anything you say here does not make sense to me. You understand me? Because, for example, now you are living in Lagos. Do you know why you are living in Lagos? Because Lagos is working. But nobody can live in Anambra or the Southeast because of your criminalities. Is that not true? You are running away from Anambra. I know that you are from Anambra. You are running away from Anambra to live in Lagos because Lagos is working. Why don't you go and live in Anambra? You see, you are enjoying everybody's space, but nobody can come and enjoy your space. So I don't know why you are talking rubbish here. You understand me? I also put this comment on the screen to also prove that these people are terrorist organization. It's only terrorists that will be threatening people. You see, he said, this boy, your days are numbered. You see that? Because he's a terrorist. They feel that they have the monopoly to do anything to anybody. First of all, put your real names. When you put your real names and your real picture, you talk to me. If you are not a terrorist, you won't be using fake names. It's because you are a terrorist. That's why you are using fake names. Use your real names and talk to me. Are you getting me now? So there is no need of all this nonsense. I have told you before, you have the right to support whoever you want to support. We allow you to live anywhere you want to live. You can live in Akwa Ibom, you can live in Lagos, you can live in Rivers State, but you don't allow other people to live in your space in peace. You cause all kinds of problems, and you want to come and rule Nigeria when you have been causing problem in Nigeria. Peter Obi, only 4 months presidential ambition. Only 4 months. He was 4 months ago, Peter Obi was in PDP. He ran away from PDP to Labour Party. You guys are presenting Peter Obi to us as a saint. Can you imagine that nonsense? You think that Nigerians are foolish? I'm telling you, 4 months ago, Peter Obi was in PDP. This same PDP that all of them are condemning. In fact, Peter Obi was not just in PDP. He ran for office 2019 with Atiku, a man who run dry the Nigeria economy, who sold the properties of Nigeria. And today they are telling us that Peter Obi is a saint. No. Tell me, what is the reasoning? What is the reasoning behind all this nonsense? It can only be people from Biafra thinking this way. It can only be people from IPOP thinking this way. A man that was in PDP, ran for PDP, supported a man who sold properties of Nigeria, Atiku. You see, do you know that I was in a program today? You understand me? I was in a program today. Somebody called and said, instead of if Peter Obi do not win, instead of Tinubu to win, that they will vote for Atiku. You see, they don't mind. They don't mind. They don't mind who, if it's not Tinubu, they're happy. They don't just want Tinubu to win. Do you know why? Because they know what Tinubu will do. They want Atiku, a man who sold the properties of Nigeria. They are not complaining about that too. They are not even complaining about his age. Oh. They say if Peter Obi do not win, let Atiku win. Are you seeing it? So what is, when they are complaining of hatred, they are the one that hate even some others. The issue of hatred or tribal war in Nigeria, tribal fight in Nigeria is caused by IPOP Biafra people that was headed by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu before. The question we keep asking the same question. Why do you hate Tinubu? Why? Because you said if Peter Obi did not win, instead of Tinubu, let Atiku. They are not talking about the issues that Atiku have caused in Nigeria. They are not talking about it's only the Southeast. I don't say South, Biafra people. Because I don't want to include people that are innocent. Like my brother Ijele. You know, Ijele was telling me, oh, don't put Igbo, so it's not Igbo that are causing it. I understand that. I respect that. Because I cannot say it's everybody, you know. But from the handwriting, every average Biafra or Igbo person still think the same. That is why sometimes it's difficult for me to separate. You know, but because of people like Ijele, my brother, I cannot say it's everybody. Because example is Ijele. Ijele is exposing the things. And then they are even trying to kill that one. They say, come to this, come. They are claiming all kinds of things. We want to save Nigeria. But the person that can save Nigeria is Baba Tinubu. There is no other person that can save Nigeria than Baba Tinubu. Are you getting me now? Are you getting me? Somebody say your stupidness is upgrading day by day. All day. No wahala. Yes, you are right. Somebody say it's not all Igbos. Yes, it's not. Oh, it's not. I have lots of people, friends, people that have helped me that are Igbos. Are you getting me? But sometimes, you know, the talk slip into my mouth. But we know the people that are causing the problem. It is the Biafra IPOB people. You understand me? People that are still supporting the criminality even after they have seen evidence of what we are talking about. So that's what we are talking about. So thank you very much for that comment. Let me just put your comment so that you see. I've seen it. This is Dima. He said, Nsima, please, not all Igbos. I love Ijele. He speaks truth and very informative. Yes, I know that. We are talking about Biafra people. Okay, I don't know if there's anybody that want to call in. You have opportunity to call in before I go. He said, also, Biafra is not Igbo. Distinguish them. He said, as you can see, we don't distribute answers to a question. What is that? He was, you know, Peter Obi do not, I told you, Peter Obi ran a government of Peter Obi, and for Peter Obi in Anambra State. Peter Obi do not have anybody that he can work with. Peter Obi do not have anybody that he can trust. He told us that he bought petrol by himself. Instead of him to give the driver money to pay for the petrol, he went and paid petrol. So, who does Peter Obi trust? Peter Obi does not trust himself. So, if Peter Obi cannot trust himself, if he's running a government of himself by himself, how can he distribute question? It shows that it's a failure. There's no teamwork in Peter Obi's government. Victor Ome just confirmed it as well. There is nobody that has spoken that have not confirmed it. I can show you a lot of things, but you see, this is not a broadcast for. It was because of Chatham House. Whenever I come back for another broadcast, we will do a proper exposition. Peter Obi ran a government in Anambra State. Only pitocracy. Pitocracy. Government of Peter Obi, by Peter Obi, and for Peter Obi. You understand me? Pitocracy. Peter Obi ran a government of pitocracy. A government of Peter Obi, by Peter Obi, and for Peter Obi. That is why you do not have people to share that share common values with him. So in Chatham House, he cannot appoint anybody because there is nobody that he trusts. There is nobody that have a capacity to deliver. Even with all the answers that he gave, none of them hold water. It does not make sense. It's not different from everything that he has been saying everywhere he goes. Are you getting me now? So I know that. So Peter Obi cannot appoint questions to people because he does not have anybody working. Even the running mate, what's his name? Dati. Dati was crying the other day. Has Dati ever helped to answer any question? He doesn't know. We know that vice president in Nigeria do not have much power at the moment. Maybe Baba Tinubu will change all those things and give everybody apportion powers. Are you getting me now? So we know what we are talking about. Don't allow anybody to... Somebody say, but you were once an IPOB, but I'm no more. After I discovered they are evil. Pitocracy. Government of Peter Obi by Peter Obi and for Peter Obi. That is why he do not have anybody representing him. If Peter Obi did not go anywhere, nobody goes. Are you getting me now? But you can see Baba Tinubu, people are campaigning for Baba Tinubu anywhere, even when he's not there. People are working with him. He has a team of people that they can deliver. We don't need a Peter Obi that is not versatile, that cannot form a teamwork, that do not trust or believe in any other person. You see, when we talk about stingy, that Peter Obi is stingy, we are not talking about stingy with money alone. Stingy with position, ideas, giving people opportunity to work. That is what it shows. You see, how is when all the questions that they ask Peter Obi now, in reality, in real sense, when Peter Obi become if at all, any day he become the president, is it Peter Obi that is going to handle the problem of security? It's not Peter Obi that is going to handle the problem of security. If Peter Obi become the president of Nigeria any time, because I don't see that happening, is it Peter Obi that will handle the issues of electricity? No, you don't even have idea. It will be somebody else that is an expert or an engineer. So how come he does not have that team of people working with him now? Somebody say, why are you not calling Atiku? Because Atiku is not relevant. It was because of the incompetency of Peter Obi that Atiku emerged in PDP. Yes, that's the truth. People that knows it. It was the incompetency of Peter Obi that Atiku emerged as a presidential candidate or ticket bearer or what for PDP. Yes, because if Peter Obi was versatile and competent enough, there is no way Atiku would have emerged. So that is the truth. Let me see if there's anybody calling this phone, because before I move. Somebody said, today in Enugu, one of INEC office down. Peter Obi refused to condemn the activities of IPOP in Enugu. Even today he was asked, he refused to condemn the activities of IPOP. That is what we are saying. We have been asking, why is he not able to condemn activities of IPOP? Instead of him to condemn activities of IPOP, he's comparing it to Yoruba Nation. And we have not seen Yoruba Nation killing anybody, burning any property, or doing anything. Are you getting me now? So guys, I want to say thank you very much for this opportunity. We will continue this conversation. Somebody said there is no truth in your mouth. Okay. If you say there is no truth in my mouth, then is there any truth in Peter Obi's mouth? Thank you very much, because you have gotten the point. Yes, I repeat, it was the incompetency of Peter Obi that Atiku emerged as the flag bearer of PDP. Yes, it was the incompetency of Peter Obi. That's the truth. Because Peter Obi is supposed to remain there and form partnership just like every other candidate did. They form partnership. Maybe Peter Obi could have emerged, or Wike, or Amechi, or Amechi was not there. He's not in PDP. Peter Obi is very incompetent. I'm just telling you, that is the truth. He doesn't know how to run politics. You are in PDP. You just run away because you understood that there will be no chance for you. And did Peter Obi do primary election? We are even thinking that maybe they should disqualify him. Did Peter Obi do primary election? I ask you. Has Peter Obi ever gone into any competition before? Has Peter Obi ever been elected before? When Peter Obi was the governor of Anambra, was he elected? It was the court that appointed him, that gave him the mandate in Anambra State. So you don't know that? We know all these things. That's why we are telling you. Peter Obi cannot be successful in any competition. I'm telling you. Because there will always be somebody that is better than him. And he will not be able to defend himself. He will run away. I get me. Somebody says, stop destroying yourself for nothing. And let me block you because you're a goat. Did you advise Nnamdi Kanu to stop destroying himself? Bunch of criminals. You want to come and advise me? You never advise Nnamdi Kanu to stop destroying himself. Me, I'm telling you the truth. You say I'm destroying myself. I ask you a question. Has Peter Obi ever win in any election? It's simple as that. When I say something, go and check it. I know that some of you did not know. Has Peter Obi ever win in any election? When he was a governor, go and check how he emerged as the governor of Anambra. You don't know. You don't know. You don't know. Go and check how Peter Obi emerged as the governor of Anambra State and come back and talk to me. He never won election. It was the court that gave it to him. Something happened again, 2023, when it was time for him to do a competition, in PDP, he ran away because he will not win it. My brother, this one, if care is not taken, he will withdraw very, very soon. I get him now. If care is not taken, he will withdraw very, very soon. The only person that have the capacity to win election in Nigeria come February 2023 is Baba Tinubu. Somebody say, Nsima, are you IDUU or Nigeria? I'm a Nigerian. You're a goat. You're asking me a rubbish question.
Maybe today you don't start the work of
not today.
Hope. So far, so good. He is the best
for president. Not be today that Baba Tinubu have started the work of rebuilding hope. Somebody say, I'm surprised Peter Obi made it this far. Some of them don't know. They think that I don't know. That's why they say Nsima is a small boy. They don't know that there's a lot of things that I know. Are you getting me now? Baba Tinubu is not today. He has been doing this job of rebuilding, renewing hope. That's his job.
Maybe today you don't start the work of rebuilding hope. So far, so good. He is the best
for president.
But Tinubu, I see what you jagaba. Shetima, for a better Nigeria. But Tinubu,
for president.
I see what you jagaba. With Kashim, Shetima, for a better Nigeria. But Tinubu,
for president.
I see what you jagaba. With
somebody's asking me a question. Let me check this question. You are saying, so if Tinubu become your president, so you will be proud to call Tinubu your president. This guy, you are funny, I swear. Look at this. So who will I be proud of? I should be proud of calling. I'm already calling him Jagaban, the president of Nigeria, come February 2023. The city boy. That's who he is. Somebody said, ha ha. Let me put it on the screen. Somebody said, ha ha ha. This video you played is funny. Old man's chilling. Somebody said, please, why are you fighting Peter Obi? Having condemned IPOB doesn't mean he is supporting them. Even so-called IPOB accuse him of killing any man, but during his time as a governor of Anambra, is the same thing. Why is he not able to condemn it? That is what we are saying. Why is it every time they tell Peter Obi to condemn IPOB activities. We are not talking about self-determination. Everybody can go on self, but the IPOB activities, burning properties, causing havoc, burning police station, burning INEC office as we speak. Enugu office is down, burning everywhere, burning police people, burning properties, causing life difficulties. That is what we are saying. Why is Peter Obi not able to condemn it? That is the number one question. There is nothing else we are saying it. Why is he not condemning it? Instead of Peter Obi to condemn IPOB activities, he will compare it to Yoruba Nation. Yoruba Nation have never burned people's shops, people's businesses, people's properties, and any of those things. So that is where the problem is. For the fact that he's not able to look into the eyeballs of his brother to tell them to stop this criminality, that is where the problem is. He's not a man that is fit for president of Nigeria, because we know what is Nigeria. If you cannot say it, you cannot be strong, you can't do it. You can't do it. Let me block this idiot. Stupid people. These people have blockheads. He's telling me from Biafra to IDUU, from IDUU to Nigeria. These are blockheads. Peter Obi from APGA to PDP, from PDP to Labour Party. Then what does it mean? Was Peter Obi not in APGA? He promised that he's not going to leave APGA. Peter Obi promised that he will never run for any elective position in Nigeria. Today, you are coming to talk rubbish with me. Peter Obi was in APGA, from APGA to PDP, from PDP to Labour Party. Why are you not talking about that? Well, you can't talk rubbish with me. I've told you guys, it's difficult for anybody to win in any conversation. It's truth. Bring it up. Bring any conversation to me. Let me deal with it. Have you seen that all through this conversation, almost 3 hours, nobody has been able to tell us the reason why we should vote for Peter Obi? They are only abusing me, abusing all kinds of things. That will not stop me from saying the truth. I just told you, Peter Obi left APGA, from APGA to PDP, from PDP to Labour Party. Another failure. We know that immediately after the election, February 25, he will go back and beg his boss. He will be begging his boss to allow him come back. We know Peter Obi now. He has not officially left PDP. Why is his supporters not telling? Show us the official letter of Peter Obi leaving PDP. Show us the official letter of PDP of Peter Obi leaving PDP. Show us the official letter. Your insults cannot win election in Nigeria. APC is not a failure. APC has built the second Niger bridge for you. APC built the second Niger bridge that nobody else can do it. I want to assure you that Baba Tinubu is the next president of Nigeria come February 2023. Are you getting me now? Can you imagine? You want to talk, you want to come talk rubbish with me. Peter Obi left APGA to PDP, from PDP to Labour Party in just how many months? 4 months presidential ambition. Do you know why I stopped talking about IPOB and Biafra? Because I discovered that their ideology and the kind of freedom I'm looking for is not the same. I discovered that they are criminals, they are terrorists, and they are deceiving people. I left them. I started talking about IDUU as our true identity, as our ancestor. That was what I was doing. I was talking about, we trace back to our ancestors because we that's what we want. Talk about our ancestors, IDUU. That was what I was talking. Igodo, Migodo, and all of that. And today, because I know that the only way out for us to bring salvation and solution to our problems is politics. When I discovered that the IPOB criminals are trying to present Peter Obi, I said, no, Peter Obi is a failure. He failed in 2019, and now they are bringing another failure to us. We don't want to be a failure anymore. You know, looking at the propaganda of IPOB, run for how many years? For a very long time. They told us Buhari is dead, but Buhari is alive. They told us that Tinubu is sick or this and that, is dead, but Tinubu is. They told us different kinds of things, but all those things are just propaganda that has not worked. I say no. You cannot present Peter Obi through the back door for us to be promoting. I said no. The only person that I know that can win election in Nigeria is Baba Tinubu. That is why I'm talking about Baba Tinubu today. The reason why I'm talking about Nigeria election is because of Baba Tinubu. It's nothing else. So if you don't understand that, that is why they have been deceiving all of you from generation to generation. They use Ojukwu to deceive all of you. They use Ralph Wasnike to deceive all of you. Nnamdi Kanu the same. Are you getting me now? So don't come and talk rubbish with me here. You abuse everybody, yet you want them to join you. No, that is not working anymore. Are you getting me? That is not working anymore. That is why you are panicking. So all of you are failed. Even Simon Ekpa today, he was telling them he's going to bring them Biafra. All of a sudden, Simon Ekpa changed it. Simon Ekpa said, oh, not that, I think they say it's 48 days to go or 40 whatever days. It's not that when it comes to 48 days, that Biafra will just come. That no, it's not like that. When 48 days come, he can come either 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 8 months. I was just laughing. You know, so that's it. We have seen that we gave opportunity for Peter Obi to present his idea. There is no idea that Peter Obi have presented today in Chatham House that makes sense. I did not. If there's, what are the ideas that Peter Obi presented today in Chatham House? Today again, Peter Obi was talking about Indonesia, Egypt. He cannot tell us what he did when he was a governor in Anambra. But if you ask Baba Tinubu now, he will tell you the things that he did when he was a governor. That is why I like the man. Somebody say he's starting the process in 48 days. Next time, when they give birth to me, I will still be a man. I'm not that. You see, you cannot tell people that in the next 48 days that Biafra is coming. Now you have seen the handwriting on the wall that you have been deceiving your people. You start to change it. You say, oh, is the process. So you have not started the process yet. It's the next 48 days that you are going to start the process. Keep deceiving yourself. Keep deceiving yourself, oh. We are waiting for all of you. Somebody say, guy, you are not tired, you have strength to talk. Anyway, let me finish this broadcast. Thank you very much, guys. You know my name. My name is Akparawa Nsima. I'm from Akwa Ibom. Our job is to make sure that we continue to fight in order to protect and to defend our land. The next president of Nigeria come February 2023 is Baba Tinubu, the only man. Somebody say, Nsima, you said last year that Buhari was dead. No, I repeated the same thing that Nnamdi Kanu said. He's the one that taught us that Buhari was dead, but Buhari is not dead. Are you getting me now? So, the next president of Nigeria is Baba Tinubu. Come February 2023, there's no need for you to be fighting or to be panicking or to be causing problems. Join the winning team, and that team is Baba Tinubu. Are you getting me now? Baba Tinubu, the next president of Nigeria, come February 2023. If there's any Peter Obi, anybody that have power to come and defend Peter Obi, bring it on. You understand me? Somebody says, so Nsima has turned from Biafra to IDUU. Biafra is a scam. IDUU is who we are. He said, then money say Tinubu pay Simon. Yeah, you guys are. Let me block idiot on my page. Anyway, guys, I need to go. I need to go right now so that I do something else. Get ready for the next step. I get me now. All right, guys, stay blessed until I come your way next time. Bye for now.
Maybe today you don't start the work of rebuilding hope. So far, so good, he is the best. Voting Obo, Asiwaju Jagaba, with Kashim Shetima, for a better Nigeria. Voting Obo, Asiwaju Jagaba. Maybe today you don't start the work of rebuilding hope. So far, so good, he is the best. Voting Obo, Asiwaju Jagaba, with Kashim Shetima, for a better Nigeria. Voting Obo, Asiwaju Jagaba, with Kashim Shetima, for a better Nigeria. Voting Obo, Asiwaju Jagaba, with Kashim. Maybe today you don't start the work of rebuilding hope. So far, so good, he is the best. Voting Obo, Asiwaju Jagaba, with Kashim Shetima, for a better Nigeria. Voting Obo, Asiwaju Jagaba, with Kashim Shetima, for a better Nigeria. Voting Obo, Asiwaju Jagaba, with Kashim. Maybe today you don't start the work of rebuilding hope. So far, so good, he is the best. Voting Obo, Asiwaju Jagaba, with Kashim Shetima, for a better Nigeria. Voting Obo, Asiwaju Jagaba, with Kashim Shetima, for a better Nigeria. Voting